Good evening, everyone. We are Brotherhood of the Dice, and this is Pirateborg, Buried in the Bahamas, Session 3. I'm here with a whole bunch of amazing friends tonight, and of course the main man, our games master, Stealin, aka Phil I Am. Take it away, Phil. Who's on the grog?
Okay.
Please drink responsibly.
Okay, right. So last session, our castaway pirates had found themselves attacked by a swarm of vicious shoal spiders, and unfortunately, Bugman and Harker fell to the monsters before the others were able to reach safety. Former crewmates were later found washed ashore and joined the remaining survivors. By the afternoon of the following day, they'd finally constructed a makeshift raft and were able to leave the tiny island behind, heading southeast toward a column of smoke rising from the far side of another island, hoping that it might be some form of civilization. En route, the crew were attacked by waterlogged zombies drifting upon the ocean currents. Forced to fight the drowned dead, and with the help of some clever sailing, they managed to escape with their lives. At last, they came upon the northern shore of the new island. At the base of the cliffs, they spied a cave into which the sea surged. For a while, it was considered as a good place to put ashore, but rather than risk being dashed against the rocks, they instead piloted the raft around the island to the southern shore towards where the column of smoke still rose. Pulling the raft ashore in a hidden cove, they crept through the jungle and beyond the tree line discovered a sleepy shanty town of palm frond huts, driftwood shacks, a makeshift jetty, and dozens of tents and tarps. On the beach, they spotted a longboat and anchored in the bay a tartane. As they watched from the seclusion of the jungle, a shifty-eyed man with long greasy hair emerged from the bushes. And that's where we left it, so that is where we will begin. So, this guy emerges from the bushes, or was always there, and you never noticed him. He's, you'll be looking for a job then.
He's got the cap on, the hat.
I replied, actually, I said, who's asking?
Would I be asking, eh?
And who be I?
Good question. Good question. I'll actually tell you that in a moment.
Jack's writing on
Call me Bottlesmith.
All right.
Bottlesmith?
Call me Bottlesmith.
Bottlesmith.
And what kind of work is it you're offering, like?
Well, that depends on what your talents are. What did they call you?
I'm Captain Jamie Mockingbird.
Hat warmer.
Captain, eh?
Yeah, what's my last name again?
Yeah.
2 seconds. Crook something.
My last name is...
Crookbane. Jamie Mockingbird Crookbane. Jamie Crookbane. Captain Crookbane.
Crink. What were your talents, Captain? This your crew?
This is my crew, aye. And a fine crew should be.
Where's your ship, Captain? You got it moored somewhere out of sight, perhaps. A savvy captain, I suspect.
Something like that, aye. Something like that.
Savvy captain such as you probably have a talent for salvage, for treasure.
Oh, yeah, amongst other things.
Well, let me introduce you to Port Nelson. And he kind of waves at you, kind of motions for you to follow him, and he starts walking down the slope into this settlement.
Okay. Motion to the crew to come.
Like I'm still hiding in the bushes further behind, just watching this all happening. I'm just whispering to myself,
All right, give me the signal. I'll shoot his head off. Give me the signal. Come on. Give me the signal.
So I'm gonna wave at you to come out of the bushes, but whether you interpret that as a signal.
I shoot it.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Arr.
Oh, all right. I come out of the bushes. Oh, hello, mate. Hello there. I'm here, ready and ready.
This is the crew. Should be a fine crew.
Yeah, this guy. So this guy called Bottlesmith. He walks down the hill into across the beach and into this settlement. This island be Rum Key, and this is Port Nelson. And you're welcome. You're welcome here. Port Nelson welcomes many an independent sailor.
About the work. What do we need? What work has he got?
Aye, what kind of work you be offering then?
Oh, now then.
Bottlesmith.
That depends on what you might be offering me in return. I have some good job offers, some rumours, some gossip.
Well,
But I want something in return. There's
Why don't
an
you offer him a
exchange to
ship?
take place.
Of course you do. Nobody gives anything for free. I've got a crew of varied talents, my friend. What have you got that we could perhaps take a look at?
Well, I got a hankering to be off your Rum's Key, and perhaps I could join your crew when you leave here.
You be wanting to leave, aye?
Aye, it's a nice enough place, but it's quiet. Not enough life for old Bottlesmith.
What do you think, crew? I'll have a look round. We take one more on when we leave here again, do you think?
Captain, might Mr. Rumsmith, Bottlesmith, sorry, I do apologize. Might you explain how you arrived at Rum Key and by whose authority you are offering various forms of employ, sir?
I be offering them on my own authority. Is that a problem?
No, sir. I simply inquired as to how you arrived here and by what fortune or misfortune.
On a boat. On a boat, sir. On a boat. Much the same as yourself.
And is this home for you now, sir? Or are you intent on returning to whence you came from?
I'd just be passing through. That's my intention. Unfortunately, I become stranded somewhat. My shipmates, they passed on.
They passed on, yes. Died, you mean?
No. On to the next island.
Oh.
And left you here. Did you annoy them a wee bit?
Well,
were you a wee bit annoying to have around, were you?
No. I just, I'd been over at Jupa's for the night. I had happened to have a bit too much of the grog.
Missed the boat.
Missed the boat, that's the word.
So,
Do you have your own boat?
I do not. Otherwise, I would be looking for a crew, not a boat.
So, Mr. Bottlesmith, clearly there's a vibrant community at Port Nelson. Are you a part of this community now, or are you alienated from the current inhabitants of this?
Alienated? Everybody loves Bottlesmith, but I'm just passing through.
Very well.
He kind of waves at a few people that don't return his wave.
They don't, right? Okay.
Are we the only people in recent times that you've seen that are not from this community, so that have arrived?
Oh no, there's always lots of travellers passing through Port Nelson.
And none of
all
them.
These and he kind of motions towards like these little lean-tos and tarpons. All these are people passing through.
But none of them will take you with them when they leave.
I don't like the look of them. Now yourselves, I like the cut of your jib.
I do have a finely cut jib. Thank you very much for noticing.
Aye. So what say ye?
What skills do you have?
Skills? I be a seasoned sailor. I know my way around the rigging.
And how to lose it?
How to lose it? I'm not sure I understand you.
Well, you have no boat.
Well, that's because I was drunk, Missy. Not because I lost the ship.
So,
The ship lost me, if you like.
if you were to hire us, you would then become our part of our
Hire you?
crew.
I ain't seeking to hire you. I thought you wanted looking for a job.
Yeah,
you offering us work.
monetary,
Yeah, exactly.
I'm offering you an opportunity. Aye.
which you will also partake in if you join our crew.
There be something like that. Aye.
It sounds like you need us as I'd say more than we need you, because we
Oh,
can just
aye.
go speak to the locals.
Ah,
Well, if that's what you think, then I'll be seeing you.
Does he walk anywhere? Or does he
cheerio
just stand
then.
What does he do? What does he
Just
do?
walks into the ocean.
What does he do? Let's see. He does. He kind of pauses, hesitates for a moment, then confidently strides off towards the bar here, which is where there's probably about a dozen people sat around on upturned barrels and tree stumps.
Shall we go to the bar
Yeah.
as well?
Yeah.
Just to go and see that guy again. Aye.
Coincidentally, speak to some of the other patrons.
Well, I kind of want to see what other people think of him. It's probably a good idea to go and witness him at the bar, eh?
Mm.
I think so.
Yep.
To the round we go. And the people.
Bar.
Aye.
Bar.
Oh, man,
So you're go-
wants to. Oh,
Oh.
Oh.
So you're all heading to the bar?
Yes.
yes.
Okay. I knew you would be staying away. Old Bottlesmith knows a thing.
I
or two
immediately
about
walk past him.
Just totally blank him.
He's like, yay! And just go straight past.
In this bar, is is it set up like? I know it's all makeshift, but is there a setup?
It's kind, the bars that you get on the beaches,
Yeah.
like in the Caribbean. So it's kind of like that.
So they've got a bar person that would be serving whatever.
There is a very large man, kind of stood in the centre of this.
Are the drinks served in a coconut?
They are not. They are served in whatever kind of odd hodgepodge of like ceramic cups, metal pewter cups, wooden tankards.
Unless it's in
Maybe
a
some
coconut or the
shells
skull
as
of my
well.
enemies,
Maybe there is some.
I'm not impressed.
Maybe there's some coconut shells as well. Maybe.
Yeah.
Probably is.
I've got some. What's the currency on this island? Do we know yet? In fact, I'll ask the barman. My good man, I would like to buy my.
Oh, welcome to Juba's place.
Cuba's place. That's a
Cuba's
lovely
place.
name. I would like to buy my crew.
This big fat hand down, like smacks you on the shoulder, almost forcing you down into the seat, into one of the chairs.
Okay.
We take silver.
My good man, I would like to buy a round of drinks for my crew. Or, sorry, the crew I am part of.
Alright, I'll let it slide, Marcus.
Not the permanent happening yet. It's
So I'll buy a round of drinks for my guys, not the guy that we spoke to.
Okay.
Served in coconuts, please.
beer in your coconut.
Beer, no, we want cocktails. Rum cocktails. We're on the beach. It's a bar at the beach. I want a cocktail in a coconut with a straw and an umbrella.
Really rough-looking pirates with it.
Okay, so he slams down a mismatched collection of mugs and maybe coconut shells and various things on the on this kind of plank of wood that's resting on some more old barrels, and pours in this kind of murky, kind of not completely clear, kind of murky, transparent liquid that's got like sort of things floating in it, and he kind of pours it out, kind of just in one motion, pouring it out this glass bottle, spilling it across the bar and into the cups.
I'll pick the cup up.
That'll be a silver piece.
Okay, I'll let the silver
The other
piece,
guy's acted.
and then I'm gonna pick the drink up and sniff it and. Like,
It
not
smells.
immediately,
It smells alcohol. It smells. It's got the smell of alcohol. It smells of coconuts.
And while he's sniffing his like some wine hunts, I'm gonna be drinking mine.
That's why I'm doing it.
Keep going.
What's the
Give
matter,
you a funny
Marcus?
look.
You don't want it?
It's an acquired taste, I'm sure, and I'll have a little sip.
Okay. It is. Well, you tell me. What is it like?
Beautiful.
Like
Sea watery.
sweaty feet.
It's not as, shall we say, cherry.
It's not sherry.
It's
No,
not
like I say, it smells. It smells a bit like a cross between rubbing alcohol and coconuts.
Very strong.
Why not?
Lovely.
I have a feature called drinking grog. Does this count as grog? Because it was healing.
Yes, it does essentially count as drinking
them off
grog.
each
Yeah, grog
Okay,
is
yeah.
also it's a particular drink, but it's also a collective term as well, I believe.
Well, yeah, I have that
so
as well,
Helga,
Megan.
Hmm?
I have
Yeah.
that as well.
Drinking.
Right,
You
scallion.
can heal HP from drinking. Ah, okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do DR8 plus the number of drinks you've drank to deal D4 HP. Fail and you vomit for D2 rounds.
So, right, okay. So the number of drinks in the last hour is 1, right? So you're doing DR8 plus 1 to heal D4 HP.
DR9.
So you roll toughness.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna try that.
Can we do that?
Yeah. Oh, you can just roll use and it'll do it, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
true.
Probably gonna,
Oh no. I just processed
Oh.
the description.
Did that not do it? No.
Apologise. Drinking grog, Helga.
Oh, nice roll, Helga.
Nice.
Not so nice for me. Oh, it was. What was it? DR8 plus 1, so I've just missed it. It was 9.
Yeah.
So I fail and I'm vomiting.
For D2 rounds.
Yeah.
And then I'll just put the drink back
Rounds
down.
around
Then.
it.
And you've
Yeah,
got
oh, you don't want to drink,
agility-
Marcus? I take your drink and you shut it down.
For
And
one,
you've got agility -1.
for 1 round.
I'll slide mine over to you.
For an hour.
For
Each
what?
drink is
Yeah.
agility -1 for an hour.
So I've got agility -1 for an hour.
Do I get that even if I succeeded as
Great.
well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Get that regardless, yeah.
I say, Frank, do help yourself with this. I'm not really partial to it.
Oh, thank you, mate. You're good, priest, aren't you? Ah.
Question. I failed, right? But if I had another drink, could I try again?
You can't take another drink while you're vomiting. no,
Right,
no,
okay.
no.
So I can't drink again in the next
And
hour.
I don't think if you fail, you can't do it again. No.
Right, okay.
So I've been-
That sucks.
I've been drinking 3 mugs now of this drink. Shall I do any toughness check, maybe?
Heal 4.
Well done, Helga.
Nice.
I feel great.
You're healing, I'm puking.
This is excellent. He's sort of vomiting in the background.
Just all over the beach.
Yeah. So Captain Mockingbird is like suddenly doubles over, retching over the down the off the side of his stool. Is anybody going to take the opportunity to steal the hat, perhaps?
It's
No,
a
I'm
good
just gonna
opportunity to
mock
steal
him
the
a bit.
hat, to be fair. I probably won't even fight back.
I'll just say, looks like our captain can't handle his drink.
Captain, you might want to throw it into the hat. That sway take it from
No,
you.
it's pat warmer.
I might
but
get a
you
wee
don't
bit
want
sick on
warm
it just to dissuade people from taking it off me. Like,
Throw up
Little
into
bit
the hat.
sick.
Is
Yeah,
that
I
what
might-
you're
I might
doing?
a wee
Throw up into
bit.
the hat?
You have to wear it again.
aye, but you're not going to want to wear it with my sick in it, are you?
Oh, dear.
So whilst Captain is keeling over, throwing up, I will turn to the barman and say, my good man, are there any job opportunities on this island that you are aware of?
Who's asking?
Marcus, no,
Who's asking?
Kingston Executioner.
It's a fine name you've got there. Fine name.
I earned it.
Now, let me ask you something. What do you think of this? And he reaches under the bar and puts this plate down on front of you with this slightly lukewarm, dubious-looking food on the table.
He's like, oh no. Do you expect me to eat it, or what would you have me?
No, stick it up your fart pipe. Obviously, you're supposed to eat it.
Yeah, but he said, what do you make of this? I don't know what it is. What?
Look, Marcus, it's not about the looks of the food. You have to taste this. It's all about the inside, you know.
Be my guest.
So
Yes,
this
go
on this plate is this big shell. It's about it's maybe about almost 12 inches across, and it is kind of brown, like dark brown colour, mottle, like sort of black mottling on it.
Jobby Brown.
And it is it's stuffed. The kind of stuffed inside the shell is what looks like crab meat, but like oozing from it is this kind of sauce or gravy that's kind of like mixed in with the crab meat and sort of spread across this old rusting pewter plate that is kind of got almost a luminous green colour.
Is there any check I could do to see if I know what it is?
Cool, let us see. You could make a. Have you got any talents with cooking or
No.
wildlife or anything like that?
In my features, nothing like that.
In which case, then I would say you can make a. Let's see. A presence check, but it will be a DR of 16 on it.
All right, okay.
No, you've no idea.
Right, okay.
But to be fair, leaning in close, maybe examine it, it does, despite its looks, it does smell incredibly nice.
Right, I'll taste it. If you want me to taste it, I'll taste it. Like that.
That's your boy, Marcus. That's your boy.
And if you want me to pay for it as well, I'll pay for it.
Okay, what's somebody else doing? What's Nia doing?
Well, she didn't drink the drink. She just kind of poured it out.
Wise.
Why are you wasting? You could have given it to me. This is some good grog, dear.
You can jump underneath and open your mouth.
Yeah. Stop pouring it. She's just looking around, standing like by the bar and just kind of checking out what else is going on around the area.
Okay. Give us a presence check. DR12.
Okay, I'm having a technical difficulty, so can you do it?
I can indeed, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Presence. Oh. Did that roll it for me? Oh yeah, sorry, I rolled it twice. The window didn't come up for some reason. Okay, so right, so looking around there, I mean, this place looks pretty laid back. There's no, it looks like it is pretty much patched together. It's not, it's not. There's no sort of active expansion, no attempts to make it to improve. Look like there's no been any attempts to improve the settlement or make any major repairs. You can see things are patched up, look like they're patched up as and when needed. There probably a good 50% of the people here look like they are just either sleeping, passed out, the worst of where for drink. The others kind of lackadaisically, doing kind of jobs around the place. Maybe some are like fishing down by the dock. Some maybe transporting supplies from this central store area. You can see some. There's a couple of guys up in the lookout. But other than that, it seems a pretty sleepy, lazy, uninspiring kind of place.
Okay.
There is, I would say there is an at the hut at the back. The one hut that looks like it's in probably the best state of repair. There's an old wrinkled walnut of a woman sat on a rocking chair on the porch outside this hut with a pipe, a corn cob pipe hanging out of the corner of her mouth.
Okay. So I think she's gonna take a wander around. I think while these guys are doing that, just take a walk down to the docks. Kind of make a just a circle around the area, just to maybe chat with some people and see, like, you know, do they ever leave the island? Like, do they have people who come and deliver anything? Stuff like that. Like, really what I would like to know is if they have regular visitors.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
To their docks.
Radio. Okay. Okay, so you sort of won't go wandering around the community then. So make a roll on that in a moment. So what about everybody else? So Mockingbird is still vomiting over the side. Marcus is tucking into this stuffed snail shell. What about Helga and Frank?
Frank is AFK.
So, oh, okay. What about it? So...
Helga will probably be sitting there sipping grog and just looking at what ships are available, because ours is probably needing an upgrade.
Okay, so apart from the only ships you can see, vessels you can see, is this longboat that's pulled up on the beach, and the tartane that is anchored out in the bay.
Okay.
There's no sign of anything else. Whether there's other ships elsewhere on the island, you don't know, obviously. But these are the only ones you can see. Their looks, you can see like fishing nets set up along the beach. You know, that that's just kind of set up and that catch passively catch fish as the like tide goes in and out.
Okay. Yep. I'll just look at the ships, have a sip of a drink, wait for people to finish vomiting and eating weird stuff.
Okay, so what's the Reverend doing?
The Reverend, he would have been ambling towards, around, getting away from this god-awful drink anyway, and noticing the one crone, if I may call her such, I will wander to her. Okay. And make conversation if I can. Mother, greetings to you. I am Reverend Proctor. Mind if I dally a while and talk with you?
She kind of nods, spits this stream of black, what I presume is tobacco juice, onto the boards by her feet. But she doesn't say anything.
It's a remarkable place you've got to call home. This is your home, is it, I presume?
This is mine.
And have you been here very long?
What interest of it is to you?
Well, I mean, we literally stumbled across this island. We're from the island yonder. When I say we're from the island, we alighted upon the island due to a unfortunate incident at sea.
What island? There's no islands round here. Not with people on.
No, we were momentarily the people on the island, but
you sound like you're full of shit, man.
Well, you're probably right. I haven't been to the toilet for 2 days now when I think about it. Digestion's all a little bit up and down.
Figs.
Yes, figs. Roughage, yes. Do you have figs on the island, Mother?
No.
Oh, okay, very good. And how did you arrive here?
What fucking business are they are yours?
Well, I'm just trying to make conversation.
You're nosy. Too nosy for my liking.
Yes, you are right. You are very observant.
He likes you,
I
Reverend.
suppose. Yeah, you can tell.
What is it you
Understand.
want?
Well, let me be clear. Let me be plain with you, Mother. We were not long since shipwrecked on the island yonder.
You have
We
to boat,
managed-
are you?
We had a boat. We constructed a makeshift substitute in order to follow the smoke that we saw coming from your island, with a view to trying to find a way to get back to whence we came. And so I was really... Well, we sailed from England, Mother, some while back. You sound like you're also from our mother country. Would I be right?
You may be that.
I find it perplexing, curious indeed, that one so wise now with age would embark upon a journey so far from home. I know it's a strange time we live in, but I would have. You do surprise me by the experience you clearly had, that you would choose to sail to this dark Caribbean. I was merely trying to. You are right. I am nosy. It's in my nature to be nosy. And now, forgive me if I've been rude. I was merely trying to make conversation. And yes, you find
Ain't you a
out.
priest?
Beg your pardon, madam.
Ain't you a priest?
I am indeed.
So what are you asking me for forgiveness for if you're a priest?
Well,
What
You
kind
see-
of priest is that?
well, how do you imagine forgiveness works, Mother?
You have a lot of questions.
Well, I mean, the point is, it's not
Aren't
for
you
me.
the one that's supposed to have the answers? That's what they
Oh.
usually say. Start stood up there in that pulpit.
You know, it breaks my heart, Mother. So many people have such a very bad idea of God and a very bad idea of church. I fear you must be one of them. Did you ever particularly...
The only God is at the bottom of a grog bottle.
Ah. Yes, yes. Wash away one's troubles. It's a funny substitute for the Holy Spirit, but I suppose it counts as a spirit of sorts. Mother, I fear I've disrupted you. I fear I've impositioned myself upon your time for far too long. I will leave
Fear
you
you
in
don't
peace.
know what you want.
I'm sorry, Mother.
I fear I don't know what you want. You don't know what you want, do you?
Well, I thought I did until I spoke to you. Now I'm thinking I'd possibly get away with throttling you and putting you in the ocean. No, I'm sorry, I'm talking out loud. I want to go home, Mother. I want to. I don't really like this place. I don't like the drink you serve, the strange-looking viscous crab you serve, the manners of the people here, the smell of the people here. I just want to bloody go home.
You saying I smell?
Chill, you're just insulting the woman now. Calm down a minute.
This
Panicking.
this appears on the surface to be a woman, but how do we know it's not some sort of demon? Manifest. It looks like a woman to me.
Oh, Reverend.
He's ruined all his chances.
Can I just remind you, Mother?
I am your mother.
It's a figure of speech.
And you're no
stupid
son
old
of
woman.
mine.
Yeah, well, look.
Some
it's
kind
a
of son
fact
you
of
must
life.
be, though.
Let me share you one thing, Mother. It is a fact of life that not everybody is destined for eternity, and I fear this is the last time we'll have to converse with one another. I don't believe you're going where I'm going. So I'll bid you
Sending
good
you
day
to
now, Mother.
eternity down in Davy Jones' locker if you have that much of that tongue more in your mouth.
Well, it's quite clear by the fact you're ancient of days that not even Davy Jones wants you, madam. Now I bid you good day. Goodbye. God, what an annoying woman that is.
Fucking hell, that went
That was
south.
good.
That flipped so quickly.
Oh my days, that
Well,
went
you know,
south, eh?
You see them all over the place. You know, it's a hard bloody job I've got here, dealing with the bloody down and outs of civilization. What are they doing on the planet? They
Start
don't
strong.
belong to God, clearly.
You went from like digestion issues to like straight up insult.
Well,
Everyone.
I mean,
Just everyone.
you just have to look at the woman.
That was incredible, Reverend. I'm
I can't
impressed.
even see them.
I'm impressed.
I'm enjoying my free drinks I got from your people.
Yeah,
Well,
so
better
yeah,
the
what
bloody
are
drink.
the rest of you doing then? As while the Reverend comes wandering back over, ranting and raving.
Let them all go to hell. Hell in a handbasket.
Well, yeah, I've been drinking free drinks now, Phil. Shall I roll for something? Because I think this is...
Oh, you can roll something. Yeah, that'll be that's a difficulty out of 8 plus the number of drinks you've had.
Free
And
drinks.
the number of drinks you had gives you a -1 per drink on your agility for an hour.
All right, let's see. Toughness, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I think I failed.
Yeah.
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 How long
Okay.
you vomiting for?
Okay, D4 is it?
D2.
I'm going to say it's D4 for every drink that you've had because I think D4 just for
Or
the
for
guys.
every drink I have. So,
Yeah, I think so. I think
boy.
that sounds much more likely.
So 1D12. Let's see.
This might actually be life-threatening.
No, not 1d12, 3d4.
3D4, 3D4,
Oh,
3D4,
1d12 are
sorry.
very
3D4,
different.
yeah.
It's only 1d2 for one drinks.
Yeah, it's 1d2, Phil, but... Phil's a
Oh,
mean
is it
bastard.
1d2?
I told
So,
you, Phil's just a
3D4.
mean shit.
Vomit
3D2
forever.
then. 3D2. I thought
Oh,
it was
yeah.
3D4. Oh, there we
Oh,
go.
my
All right,
God.
that's fine. Oh, look at
Oh,
that.
dear,
Yeah.
look at that roll.
Oh, that's a good...
How does someone vomit?
So, yeah,
forever?
so Frank just collapses in a pool of his own blood.
In between wretches, I'm now laughing at him. Ha ha ha! bleh. Ha ha ha! bleh.
Oh, no, stay in, drink, you are so good.
Oh, dear.
That's the spirit.
Okay, so...
A bit
so
run down,
yeah,
Frank. Sorry.
so here's off. In fact, let's bring that one here. So, Nia, give us a presence check. If you're able, is the sheet working for you?
Yeah.
There we go, excellent. Oh,
Yeah. Oh.
Oh.
Ooh.
Unlucky.
okay. So most of the people, as you wander around, most of the people are either incoherent or behave suspicious, kind of suspicious towards you, kind of a bit mistrusting. They're not very talkative. We should get to up onto the jetty, onto this dock, and there is this makeshift trading post here.
Mm-hmm.
There's a guy sat on the pile of crates with feet up on this makeshift counter. The shells, kind of cobbled together shells behind him, stacked with various odds and ends. And at first you think he's asleep, and then you notice he's like kind of staring at you through these half-closed eyelids. And you say, "What do you want? Can I help you, miss?"
See, I got a trade set up here. Do you get deliveries often?
Give me another presence check.
That's better.
We get deliveries. He kind of like nods and winks. Not regular like, but we get deliveries. Had one just the other week. What are you looking for?
Well, I'm looking for eventual passage off this island.
Passage off this island. Well, There ain't many ships come through here. Not seen any new people for a while other than yourself. Now, if you're looking for a ship, to buy a ship, I would suggest you go and see old Esperanza. She's the one in charge here. And he kind of motions out towards the bay and over to the longboat that's on the beach. You talk the talk, maybe do a few favors. She might see a way to doing a deal on one of her boats. But if you're waiting, I can't tell you a time. Maybe days, weeks.
Thank you much.
Shows nothing I can interest you in.
What does he have on his shelves? Anything that looks interesting or?
Does he have? That's a good question. He has a kind of random selection of stuff. There's kind of a few weapons. Let's say there's a small sword. There's a grappling hook. There's a boarding axe, a harpoon, what looks like a blowpipe, and there's also other bits and bobs. There's a what looks like a conquistador's helmet, a wig, a couple of tricorn hats, some buckets, a selection of candles, strangely a single cannonball, some manacles, a box, a crate that looks to have tobacco in it, and a beaten up mandolin. Oh, and someone's peg leg.
Is it a left or a right though?
It's neither. It's kind of just like a single, literally just a peg with a kind of ball on it.
Aye, but is it a left or a right peg, Bill?
It's going to be a left.
It's a third leg.
Yeah, I can use that as a spare. If only it'd been a right leg.
Is that a peg leg in your pocket?
No, I'm just pleased to see you.
You should buy all of the hats. Chaos.
Well, I might be back. I'm gonna take your advice and go talk to Esperanza, you say her name is.
Right. She's in charge here. Yeah, I'll be here if you need anything. If there's anything in particular you're looking out for, of course, then just let me know and I'll see what I can do.
You're very kind, sir. Thank you.
You're very kind too.
And then yeah, she's gonna head off towards where he directed.
Okay. So what about Mr. Mockingbird? Captain Mockingbird, you've recovered from your bout of vomiting. Frank
nice.
is collapsed face down and he's kind of just dry heaving into a pool of his own vomit.
I'll definitely say, imagine being sick, you can't handle your drink, what a mess. Disappointment. And then I'll just go and see what the rest of the gang are doing. Catch up.
So yeah, what is the rest of you doing?
I was eating.
probably-
What's happening with that? Have I finished
How is,
eating?
how is that? I'm very curious how that is. I'm
So am I.
a bit wary to look actually after just recovering from Chunder. How is that?
You tell the food was good. It's like it tastes far better than
Than
it looks.
Like mushroom soup.
And
Mushroom soup looks
and
like grey hell in a
Juba
bowl.
is kind of looking at you, kind of like, well, what do you think?
It was very tasty, very tasty. It doesn't look appetizing, but bravo! My compliments to the chef.
That'd be me. My own recipe.
I won't ask what was in it.
Well,
I don't need to know.
perhaps if I tell you, I might have some. You might be able to do me a favour.
Okay, intrigued.
And, come with me.
Okay.
And he kicks at something out of sight beneath the bar, and you hear this like yelp, and this little lad kind of jumps up. He goes, "Oh, whoa, what's up, Juba? Just tend the bar.
Do you mind if I bring a colleague or my crewmates with me?
You can make a presence roll. Joe, bring whoever you like.
Who's the closest to me, and who's?
Well, I think everybody is here at the moment. Frank's probably Frank's face down in a pool of
Frank's
vomit.
not. Frank's
For
not.
me,
blowing bubbles,
Ornament.
blowing bubbles and chunks.
Calling
But
for
everybody
somebody
else, I
called
can't. I would imagine. So Nia is kind of just walking past. She's kind of walking past, so she's probably the furthest away, I guess.
So needs on the way
heading-
to somewhere else.
Yeah, she's heading past.
Frank's on his. I'm just trying to remember. Reverend.
So there's a reverend.
Yes.
There's Helga. There's Mockingbird, your self-proclaimed captain.
Reverend. Well, yeah,
It's no self-proclaimed. I'm wearing the hat, Phil.
Captain's just getting over his vomiting session, so I think he'll still be a bit peakish. So, Reverend, please come with me.
Don't take
Certainly,
on any
Mark.
diplomacy missions, mate. After that last
Please
one.
come with me and don't get angry again.
Eat you
You
from
didn't
across
see me
the
getting
eye.
angry. You don't know I got angry.
I saw you walking back.
Yeah, I looked angry. Yeah. I just got
Steam
angry.
coming out of your ears.
Fuming.
Yeah.
We're going to accompany this gentleman.
Okay.
I had to put my hand on my pistol, just in case.
Where are we going?
They're going over to Juba's place. Over here.
Whose place?
Juba.
Juba.
Juba?
Place.
Juba's place.
The bar?
Star Wars character.
No, the place it says Juba's place. Well, it's the
Oh.
tavern.
So
It's
it's the
kind of this
indoor
kind of
part.
the indoor bit. Yeah.
Ah.
Okay, so it leads you across here through under this kind of like this makeshift porch, like just a little more than a patched up piece of tarpaulin upon some old oars, and in through the door into a place that reeks of stale vomit, sweat, and stale beer. Well, stale grog, stale coconut grog.
Lovely.
There's probably about half a dozen people either dead or passed out in one corner. You're not sure which. There's a fire, a stone. What looks on one side, what looks like the remains of an old building. There's kind of like a stone built wall and a stone fireplace that makes up part of one of this wall. And there's like the remains of a fire in the hearth. And against that wall there is this long bar. Again, it's nothing more than some planks of wood resting on barrels, and behind it there's stacks of various casks that you presume hold alcohol. And he motions towards these kind of makeshift set of chairs, benches, and sits himself down. Sit.
Okay. Next seat.
So now that's that there that you tasted. That's my speciality.
Very nice it was.
I call it Snell Surprise.
Too late now. Okay.
Ask him what the surprise is.
No. I daren't ask.
So now you probably wanted to know what the surprise is.
You've
The
piqued my
surprise is
curiosity.
there's no snail in it.
Oh, thank God.
It's just crab. Well, kind of, mostly crab. But anyway, the particular thing is one of the things that gives it its flavour, the juice of it, if you like. And these particular snail shells. Folks around here call them lost eyes
Okay.
on account of their appearance. Now, if you were to gather up a good old harvest, say about a crate full of these things, then I would pay you a handsome reward.
And what would that reward be?
How does 500 silver sound?
Well, if I may, Marcus, just with what can 500 silver procure on such a lonely but pleasant island, barkeeper?
I don't know. It depends what you wanted. I'm not here.
How about a ship?
I'm not here to sell you ship. I'm here to offer you a job. Do you want the job? I'll pay you 500 silver if you can gather me a crate of lost eyes.
I mean, what have you got?
10
2 crates?
is all I
Is that
ask.
10?
10 shells makes a crate.
What if we find 20? Do we get 1,000 silver?
Well, maybe.
1,500?
On this island, where would you spend the silver?
Well, I presume you're not planning to stay here.
It must be to
We
procure a boat, Marcus.
We require a ship. We need.
Well, I ain't got a ship. The only person that's got a ship on this island is old Esperanza. She's kind of matriarch of this settlement.
Esperanza.
Old lady on the at the far side.
Doesn't look like a walnut, does she, by any chance? No?
That'll be her, yes.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
We've
no.
met. You've met this
Oh,
old
no.
lady.
You just outlived that, Phil. You outlived that.
Fantastic.
Reverend, have you met this lady?
We had a brief conversation. It was brief and somewhat bitter. I better change. That's what I'll do. I'll change.
So if we go and speak to Esperanza, then we leave you at the bar.
I think we need a, shall we say, I think that you should tell her that I'm not with the crew. I'm some crazed, poor specimen who thinks he's a priest, but he's actually a very, very bad-tempered former drunk.
I have an idea.
And I'm a charity case
Charity case.
on a ship of fools. Yes.
I will handle
I
it.
have no interest in your if you're going to upset people. All I'm interested in, do you want the job?
Are these snails are native to this island, I take it? Which part of the island?
Yeah, you find them a few places.
Okay.
You can find some over in the tidal pool, although it's not the best place to look for them. The blue hole is probably the place where you find the most of them.
Blue hole.
Yeah, blue hole. Not far from here.
Okay.
Kill 10 rats.
I'll accept the job. I'll it'll
very good.
Silver to the coffers unless it.
Folks around here tend to be a little lacking in motivation, shall we say.
Are they lacking in motivation because this is dangerous? Because if there are risks, I'd like to know the risks before.
Now, you wouldn't be afraid of a few snails now, would you?
Well, that depends. Are the snails normal size snails, or are they?
Well,
Somehow
you've seen the shell, have you not? And he kind of says, "Here, watermelon," and he goes over to the bar and picks up and brings over this shell, same kind of shell that was on that he served the food on your plate. It's kind of like I said, it's brown. It's kind of dark brown shell. Looks like a
I'll do it.
conch shell. Conch shell. Yeah, look, it kind of looks a bit like a conch shell, except it's got like spines on it. All along the ridges of it, there's kind of like these, there's like spines. Oh, they're not actually spines, but yeah, they kind of look like spines.
Reverend, what do you think?
It sounds to me like an eminently fair trade. In fact, rather generous overall. But yeah, we should do it.
I will take the job. I will take the job.
Well, I mean, of course, the proof is in whether you return. If you bring me back 10 lost eyes, 500 silver is yours.
And do you have a way to this blue hole?
Oh, I'll show you. It kind of goes over, and comes back with this kind of bit of like goat's hide, and he rolls it out, and there's this kind of map. There's a map drawn, like roughed out, on this piece of hide, which will. So just go back to here for a moment, and then he points. He says, "This here, this bit of blue hole."
So it's through a fair walk. What's the time on the walk to there?
No, maybe an hour or so.
Well, I've got us a task, unless no one else wants to do it. I'll thank the barkeep, and I'll go and run. Or unless you've got any more questions, Reverend.
No, Marcus. No, questions are a burden for others. I've discovered that today.
The less talking he does, the better.
Very well then. I'll be back with your, what are they called?
Lost eyes.
Lost eyes. I don't call them walking eyes for some reason. I'll be back with your lost eyes as soon as I can.
The money will be here waiting.
And then I'll head out and try and catch up with the others.
Okay, so
Marcus, I'm just going to say something to Marcus, if I may, Phil.
Okay.
Marcus. I'm endeavouring to sympathise with the pirate mentality, not being a natural pirate, you understand.
Mm-hmm.
But a pirate knowing that a man was prepared to trade 500 silver for 10 lost eyes,
Yes.
might consider the alternate mission to be to procure the 500 silver without all the nonsense of having to collect lost eyes, wouldn't they?
Possibly.
I mean, if the man's got 500 silver for 10 lost, I mean, how many bowls of these soup is he? He must have more than 500 silver, is what I would conclude. Maybe a substantial amount more than 500.
Are you proposing we?
No, I'm simply trying to sympathise with the pirate mentality, Marcus. I'm just trying to understand how pirates think.
So this is a conversation we should have with the group. I agree.
They would definitely go and steal this. They would definitely steal it.
I would like to speak to the walnutted lady that you mentioned.
Well, by all means, but might I adjure you not to? I don't think the captain's all there. I
have
How
noticed.
did he become captain? Do you see him vomiting? What's captain? I mean, the man's not credible.
It's just acting out of the game a minute, Phil. Is evolution a thing in this world?
How do you mean?
The reason I ask is I want to say that Captain Evolution will take care of the captain at some point. As in...
well, we can hurry evolution up if we put an axe through his head. No, I'm not suggesting. I'm just trying to think like a pirate thinks. You see, Marcus. Now, if I was a pirate, I'd be thinking about killing my captain, taking that silver. I'm not a pirate, you understand. And
that is mutiny. The man believes he is a captain. He believes he's a
He
captain.
believes
Let
he's a
him
captain
believe that.
because he grabbed a hat, Marcus.
shoot both of
The
you.
man is caught in a mentality of magical thinking. He's not a sane man. He can't be trusted.
He will lead his own path.
I'm going to shoot both of you.
He
Sons of bitches.
will.
The Charles Darwin isn't born for another 100
No.
years. That's
Now then, now Marcus, despite his penchant for bad ale, Frank is a different beast altogether.
Frank is Frank. Frank is suggestible. Frank
Malleable,
is
Marcus. Exactly.
hardy.
Exactly. Suggestible.
I believe that fate will
Malleable.
handle the captain. And if fate doesn't, and he does something, then we handle it ourselves.
I'm sure the pirates amongst us would deal with it. Yes, I mean, obviously I'm not a pirate, so I'm just trying to imagine how a pirate thinks. It's been nice talking about you. You seem to be not a natural pirate, Marcus, if I may say so.
I'm more than a pirate.
Oh, have you
That's
actually
enough now. Let's go.
Okay.
That's the confidence and the.
Because he's on the run, because there ain't no executioner. He's another bloody fake. He's another bloody surrounded by lunatics.
Talking reverend.
I know that.
So you're to returning to the bar?
No, we're going to get the bloody lost eyes.
I'll go back to the bar.
asking for help?
I want to explain it to the crew.
We're getting the rest of the crew for the
Marcus,
job.
that's another bad idea.
Well, half of them are unconscious. It's fine.
Ring my grog.
Frank over the worst of it now.
Yeah.
Well, no, maybe not.
No, he rolled 6 hours
Couple of
ago.
hours, isn't it?
Well, full scores I did. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, he's going to be he's down for a while. So meanwhile, Nea, you head over to this bit of this shack where this old wizened old woman sat in this rocking chair, a corncob pipe hanging from the corner of her mouth.
Point of order, please, GM. To me, she was a walnut crone, and now she's just a wizened old woman. Oh, no much kinder description.
It's how you
She's a
perceive
wizened
it.
walnut of a woman.
You stitched me up.
I think you did that yourself.
I think you managed that yourself, mate, yeah.
I believe I was encouraged by Phil's description, but anyway.
Yeah. So near you. So this old woman kind of you can give
Looks
me
like a
presence
walnut.
check. Yeah, she can. Yeah, she's wizened, all wrinkled and like brown, tan skin, like a walnut. She's not a
Bitten
walnut.
tar out of her mouth.
Yeah.
Okay, what am I rolling?
Give us another presence check.
Presence check.
Presence.
This is for how endearing your smile is, I suppose.
Oh, look at that. So yeah, as you approach it, you can see, you get the impression this, despite this woman's apparent age, obvious age, and apparent frailty, you get the impression that this is a strong woman. She's clearly the person in charge here. You can tell from the way how she holds herself, but not only that, but how she's got constantly scanning, taking in what's happening everywhere in this, in this albeit small settlement. She's keeping it clearly, on this porch, keeping an eye on things. And as you approach, she kind of nods. Good afternoon, Missy. What can I do
nod
for
back.
you?
Esperanza,
Aye?
I understand you're the one to talk to about a ship.
Who told you that?
Fella down by the docks.
Did he? Well, he'd be telling you right. He'd be telling you right. He will. I've got a boat for sale if you're looking for a boat. And she kind of like she pulls a musket, or rather a flintlock pistol from beneath her shirt, and points. Not finger or trigger, not pointing at you. She points, kind of motions with it down towards the beach, down back towards the trading post, towards the to longboat. That there.
So yeah, I turn to look.
That longboat. I'll sell you that.
How much?
Now you looking like you want to be you wanting to be out of this place. Moving on. But you seem an amiable type. I'll sell you the driftwood for 400 silver. The tartane, the starfly on the other hand, she ain't for sale.
All right. Sounds fair. See if I can muster up 400 silver.
I'll be here waiting to see if you want it. If you want her, she's yours. But don't be thinking to try taking her without the silver. That ain't gonna end good for ain't gonna end well for you or anybody else.
Understood. And yeah, we'll sort of tip our hat to her and start walking off to relay this information.
Okay. Shall we say you all congregate then back at the eventually back at the outside bar, where this young lad is kind of struggling to keep up with the orders from the fellow drinkers.
I'll try and pour some into Frank's mouth in between. So wash the sick away.
Meanwhile, Bottlesmith has kind of wandered off. Maybe you didn't notice at first, but he's kind of wandered off and looked and he's sat in the shade of one of these palm trees, looking a bit dejected, watching everybody.
Kicking stones, looking at the ground. I'll keep an eye on him in case he goes toward
over here.
Boat.
Are we all? We're all
Yeah,
together
so you're
now,
all
yeah?
congregated. Frank on the face down on the floor.
I'll put him on his side.
That's what I was going to say. Put him on his side so there's no choke and die.
Yes.
So I'll relay the message, or the job that myself and the Reverend have got. So myself and the Reverend have been to see sit with the barkeeper of this establishment. He's offered a job that will pay us 500 silver if we can bring back 10 lost eye snails.
We're hunting snails.
Well, that's a possibility. Not necessarily what we will do. But the option is there.
Sounds a lot of money for some snails. They must be.
Certainly
special
does.
Snails.
And I must say, the snail surprise, if that's what it was called, if I remember, was very, very nice.
Should we perhaps discuss this elsewhere? And then I'll look at the kid that knows him at the bar and be like,
I'll say no more. I accepted the job, so.
Okay, so you going somewhere else?
is there anywhere that looks like we can just kind of sit
Oh
without
yeah, there's plenty of
many
places.
people?
There's plenty of places you can just
For some
Where's our
Without
captain?
hearing.
What's our captain's reaction to the Near's not with us. Is Near with us now?
Yeah, Nia's come back. Yeah, Nia's come,
So
just come
we
walking
know
back.
we know everything.
Well, I don't know. You'll have to ask Nia. Is Nia?
Okay.
What does Nia? So yeah, so Nia, you rejoin the others while just around the same time as Marcus is telling everybody about this snail gathering proposal.
So as we're walking away from the bar, she will point out towards the long ship and say, the old lady says she'll sell us that boat for 400 silver.
Sounds like we got away off the island.
Seems like an easy, or it seems like a simple plan. Do one, get enough money to do the other.
Or are we away now? We're not within earshot. Of,
So which direction were you heading?
Is this like a gazebo, we think?
Downwind.
That is kind of like a tent where there's loads of people just ligged out.
I mean, if we're going to speak privately, we would head downwind, so that our words don't carry on the wind back there.
Oh, downwind. Let's see, which would downwind be? So the wind is blowing in a northeasterly direction.
Southwest then.
Like this way to this way.
No, so we'll go northeast then. We go northeast.
Go to that.
So the wind is carrying anything they say to us, and not the other way around.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you're doubting what Captain's saying?
No, sir. A pirate might, but I'm not a pirate.
Yeah, we'll wander
We can go back into the trees where we came from.
wander up there for a little chat.
We're heading in the direction of the blue hole that way, aren't we? So if we decide to go do the job, then we're kind of on the way.
Mm-hmm.
So once,
I think just do it.
Yeah,
Personally, I think just do the job. I don't think you need to do anything.
Well, I totally understand that, Captain. Completely understand that. Although,
sorry, what are you doing? So what are you doing with Frank? Frank is still kind of like barely conscious.
Just leave him. It'll be fine.
He'll be fine.
He'll be
Leave him
fine.
by the bar.
He'll be fine.
Yeah.
We put him on his side. He's fine.
Mention to the young kid that's there. Just say, just keep an eye on him, will you, while he sobers up.
Just stick your hand in his mouth every now and again. Make sure he's not choking on anything.
Make sure he doesn't swallow his tongue.
Aye.
A pirate's life for me.
Let's hope you have nothing valuable on you.
Oh, don't say that.
Okay, so the rest of you are you're kind of
so-
on the edge of this settlement.
Downwind.
Alex, obviously, Captain Jamie is saying
I love
just
how
do the
everybody
job.
just accepted him as captain.
I put the hat on.
I've not accepted him. I've not told him I've not accepted him yet, but I'm allowing him to play this charade that he's convinced himself of. I know what you said about do the job. 500 silver does
Hang
seem a
on,
lot.
I don't
for
see
10
anybody
snails.
else wearing a captain's hat here.
I'm talking to you as captain. As I say, before you rudely interrupted, 500 silver does seem a hell of a lot for 10 snails, which was pointed out by the Reverend.
I think
Which I also believe. I think there's a higher risk involved with these snails.
that's what it'll be. The snails have got to be dangerous. That's why these people don't do it. That's why it's worth 500 silver. I can guarantee that's what it'll be. The snails are dangerous, or there's something dangerous
pirate
there.
might steal or rob the silver, making things easy.
But we don't yet have a boat. We don't want people from this island finding out that we've fucked over people from this island while we're still on this island. We need to have secured a ship before we do before we even consider doing something like that. We'd have to have a ship ready before we
Pirate
consider
might
that.
send two parties to. Pirate might send a party to steal the boat while the other party stole some silver anyway. Would they? I don't know. Is that what pirates do? I don't know. How do pirates think?
Do you all feel like stealing a boat and stealing some silver rather than doing the job? If that's what you all want to do,
as a captain, that must be your decision.
well,
Yeah,
feel
you are
like-
a captain.
we're pirates
The one-
for a reason. We do what we want. What do you want?
I am
to do?
captain. You're a
I'm
captain.
not. I'm not a pirate. Yeah, I understand.
You're on a pirate ship. You're a pirate.
Yeah.
We're in a
Yes,
pirate
yes.
crisis.
Would
Or
you
do
all
we-
prefer
should
to?
we put it to a vote?
No, No, but I don't think we need democracy. That's very non-pirate. Just what do we think? Do you
Pirates were well democratized.
Yeah, pioneers
democracy.
pioneers of modern democracy.
Do you want to
absolutely.
steal a boat and steal 400 silver, or do you want to just do
Yes.
the job?
No, I don't have an opinion. But if I was a pirate, that would be my opinion.
Helga, what would you do?
Helga, what do you think?
I think what we should do is talk to people about why there was a bunch of undead creatures climbing on our raft.
They don't talk to you, they're all drunk. And when they do talk to you, they bark
talk to
at you.
you.
They call into question the clothes you wear. They judge you for the job you do. You can't talk to these people. They're here for a reason. They've been cast out by humanity. Nobody wants them. Nobody wants them, Helga. They're here. They're just waiting round. They're waiting round to die. And not even death will take them.
I'll turn to Nia and I'll ask Nia the same question. What do you think, Nia? What this situation? What would you do? What should we do? What's your suggestion?
End their misery.
I think we should.
Oh, it's privately rolling dice.
no.
Uh-oh.
I think
Let's
we
have a
should
good time.
see what the danger is with these snails. I think we should reconnaissance.
Go and have a
Scout
look
it
at
out.
the snails. It might not be that difficult. You might just be able to do it.
Are you also under the influence? Nia, seriously, do you want to think about what you just said there to your comrades? You want to do reconnaissance on snails? Why don't we steal the bloody boat and leave the bloody island? What truck are we with snails? Bloody
Is this-
reconnaissance on snails?
I think we are outnumbered on this island.
I think a big thing
Yes,
we're
but
forgetting.
they're all drunk, Marcus.
We can
Well,
steal
so-
the
so-
longboat.
He does make a point though. He does make a good point. They are, most of them, all drunk. Like, we
Well,
could
that's
just,
What
Aye.
about
we could
there's
just maybe
another
steal the ship.
giant ship that could chase us if we steal the
Well, yeah.
longboat?
Yeah.
There's
We will
another
wreck-
massive, faster
we
ship.
can wreck the ship as well, or take the big one.
If we
Yeah,
are
the
to
snail.
steal, that would be the one I would go for. Would be the.
Aye,
big
if
one.
we steal the wee one, they'll chase us with the big one. And the wee one's not even in the water. We would have to get it lifted into the water and that after
The
stealing it.
chasers, Captain, with respect. Do you think these drunken slobs can pilot a ship? Look at them.
There's the person who sunk
Well,
every
actually, look
ship
at
he's
you.
been on.
Look at you. Look at state you're in. I'm the clearly, Captain. You've got a sturdy constitution, but you were reduced to a puking wreck just an hour ago.
Aye, it says the
Aye,
man
you
that
think-
sunk the last 4 ships he's been on.
Oh no,
Yeah,
no,
well,
no,
that-
no,
that-
no,
that-
We don't need to
that-
bicker between ourselves.
That's the will of God. That's the will of God. Not
think
my
that's the
doing.
What
first
was it the
time he's
gods...
had grog.
Well, remind us then, Reverend, what was it the God said about stealing?
Well, let's talk about what he's stealing. Look, these are obviously also pirates. If we steal what has been stolen, is that theft,
I've got
or is that
nothing
actually undone the theft?
I've got nothing against stealing, but they're just going to chase us down and shoot us out the water and sink us and kill us. I would like a better chance at actually getting off the island more than 100 metres and then surviving.
In their drunken dreams, that might occur, but not in the world of reason and
We've only
sunlight.
seen the guys that are on the island. There might be a full crew sleeping in that ship, Reverend, ready to go. You don't
A
know.
full ship, okay. While everyone else is getting pissed on this god awful bloody cocktail, they're all there nicely waiting the ship, are they?
There might
Is that
be.
what they're doing, Captain? Okay,
There might be.
fine. Very well. Let's go and do some reconnaissance on some
What
one-eyed
about our
snails.
friend Bull? What was his name? Bownsmith? Got
Bottlesmith.
his name.
Oh,
Boldsmith.
Name's Ballsmith.
Why don't we ask him about the snails? Because he might
Name's
know.
Ballsmith, and Bottlesmith just happens to like step out from behind some bushes.
Of course he does. Of course he does.
Okay.
I
So
kind of
I'm gonna point my pistol at him and ask what he's doing. there.
Oh, I hear you're going to look for some lost eyes, eh?
What's so dangerous about them?
No, again.
Dangerous? They're not dangerous in themselves. It's where they are that ain't safe.
Blue hole.
The blue hole.
What's not safe about the blue hole?
Well, it'd be a hole for one.
We don't have to go in it, do we?
Well, yes, it's a blue hole. It's deep, full of water, full of seawater. It's connected to the sea. The lost eyes, they'd be at the bottom.
Okay.
The sea where there was a bunch of undead creatures that climbed onto a raft.
So
Have you
I've
had-
got another question for Paul Smith. Large ship is anchored at the shore.
There is indeed. You are most observant, sir.
How often does that get sailed out to sea? Does it ever leave the island, or is it just always anchored there?
It's been there, anchored there as long as I've been here, which is a few months now. The Starfly is Esperanza's ship.
Okay.
Now, if you're looking to steal a Starfly, I know a thing or two about that.
Okay. And what's your price for telling us?
Oh, well, there's the thing, isn't there? My price is a ticket off this island, and a fair share of any loot, any booty we may find.
So I'm going to look to the captain, and
The captain.
ask. I've still got my pistol on this guy, and as in, I'm literally saying, "What do you think?"
I think it might be easier to just get the 400 silver for the job, and then just buy the boat, and then safely get out of here without some.
I'm not into
chasing
this. I'm not going to the bottom of a hole.
How about if Bottleship does it for us,
We send
and then he
Bottleship
can
to the
gain
bottom of the
access?
hole.
Yeah, and then he can get on our ship.
No, I
How's your
I'm
diving,
not
Bottleship?
swear.
If you want to join our crew, you can
Why-
cruise.
Captain, why don't we listen to what Bottom has got to say about stealing the ship? What's the harm in that, Captain?
Go on then, I'll hear him out.
You've changed, Reverend.
Brought out the worst in you. This has, Reverend.
Too much growth.
Now the Starfly, they be crew guarding that ship. But not only that, the ship's wheel and the windlass, they're locked down. And that ship ain't going anywhere. Not without the key to unlock those. And Esperanza has those keys.
Yes, carry on.
Now, I might know where those keys are.
Right. And when will you decide whether you do know or not, Bottlesmith?
Well, that's the thing. Who could say? Who can say, Reverend?
I've
Who
got a
can
question
say?
for you, Bottlesmith. What would you rather? Would you rather face the danger collecting the snails, or would you
Well,
rather
I ain't going collecting any
risk-
shit, any stuff.
or would you rather the risk of stealing the ship? Which is the more dangerous of the two, in your mind?
Now, me, I've been on this island for a good 4 months or more, so I ain't taking any risks.
Hypothetically, if you can understand what that word means.
Well, I ain't a good swimmer,
Okay.
so there's no way I'd be driven going down that blue hole. And God knows what's down there.
Rather take your chances stealing a ship if that was an opportunity presented to you.
Well, maybe.
Why are you
I have
talking
another
in
proposition
riddles,
for
man?
you. I have another proposition for you, though.
Go on then.
On that raft of yours.
Mhm.
Now, this place, this island, it'd be called Rum Key. Do you know where it gets its name?
From rum.
Keys?
The Key be an island, miss. You not know that?
Rum key.
Is it key as in Q-U-A-Y?
Q-U-E. Yeah.
Yeah.
C-A-Y.
CA.
Or C-A-Y?
Yeah.
It's the same
Rum
thing.
Key.
Is
Rum
that-
Key, it is the same
Right,
thing,
okay.
yeah. Now, this island gets its name from a ship, an English ship. The HMS Commander, cargo freighter it was, sank off the, just off the coast, down by some treacherous rocks. Just, not too deep Not too deep. 30 feet of water. Now, what has that got to do with the name of the ship, name of this island? I hear you say. Since that being called HMS Commander. Well, the HMS Commander was a freighter ship, and in that hold are barrels of rum.
You're unconscious. Come on, Frank. You're unconscious.
And I hear.
His ears prick up when he hits the rum.
We left him as well.
I heard all the way like,
Like a dog whistle.
In that hold there be barrels of rum, but not only that. I hear there be a shipment of gold. Spanish gold.
We'd need a ship to sail away with the gold.
Oh, no. You misunderstand. We can take the raft. Dive down from... You fine shipman. You fine seaman. You can dive down from the raft. Get those barrels. Get that gold. By the ship. Safer prospect than diving down that blue hole, I wonder. I warrant. Even.
And where did you get your information from?
Well,
Local
Bottlesmith
drunks.
has good ears.
Why somebody else swam down and grabbed the barrels before us?
This island's full of people. It must be ex-sailors, pirates, whatever. None of them have done that yet.
Not to my knowledge. As I said to you before, I have offers. I have opportunities.
So if we go out there on the raft, you'll swim down and you'll get them. Aye, you're not going to
Oh,
expect
no,
us to swim down because so you can just fuck off with
here.
our raft while we're down in the depths. Aye, I
The
don't
raft
think
ain't going to get me off this island, is it?
It's also not going to carry the gold that we pull up from the wreck. So, are you
Oh.
proposing that we buy this? Oh, I've forgotten what the ship was
I
called.
propose an alternative
Sea fly or
to
something.
buy the longboat, to buy the boat off Esperanza.
But the boat's only 400 silver, so we could buy that with the 10 snails that we bring back from
Well.
the blue hole.
As I say, I am offering you options.
You're pointing your gun at this guy, Marcus, already. Why don't
I'm
we
not.
just,
No, I'm not. I'm not
why don't we-
anymore.
why don't we just make him go down and get the snails? This guy can do it.
I'm a bad swimmer.
You just need to sink, we'll pull you back up.
We'll tie a weight to you. It's fine. Don't worry. You can cut the
You
rope
can
when you
shoot
when
me
you get
first. I'm not going down that blue hole. You don't know what's down there. No one knows how deep that goes.
Someone's getting wet in this expedition. Someone's going for a swim either way.
That's the name of the episode.
I might be excited, but I'm not wet.
If it was just a case of swimming down and grabbing it, just like that, somebody would have done it before.
What would happen?
Well, things aren't without risks. are
What
they?
would happen,
Captain?
Bottlesmith, if someone was to say remove Esperanza from the picture? What would the rest of the island do? How would they react to that?
Well,
Hypothetically, again.
I imagine for a time at least there'd be chaos until a new order was established.
How does she keep order?
That's the question.
Respect. I don't know.
Respect.
I've been here 4 months.
She's got a hat, obviously.
And a gun.
Yeah, the gun. That'll be the answer. And probably some henchmen.
All I can tell you is people defer to the old woman.
Okay.
Might be a witch. Suffer not the witch to live. Sorry, I'm just rambling.
Captain?
It seems we can't come to a consensus what you want to do. Everybody wants to do something different, eh?
It's up to you. I give you options. That is what I say. I give you all options.
Maybe we should-
Nothing comes about risk. I mean,
This be your burden, Captain. This is your burden.
No, it's no.
If you fish out.
What does the captain do, Captain?
To sail a ship, and we've not got a ship yet.
sailor ship? Isn't that the navigator's job?
Don't start giving me respect and treating me like captain now. Fuck off.
So it is all about the hat.
It's all about the hat. I'm wearing the hat. The hat's a joke. Don't fucking look at me for leadership.
I've got an idea. I will, if we go out on the raft, I will swim down. If it's only 30 feet, I will go for a swim. If the stuff is there, and I don't perish in some terrible way, then we can come up with a plan on how to get the stuff and do it that way. If that is failed and I come to the top and there's nothing there, then we go after the snails.
Sounds like a plan.
I'd rather swim in the sea than the blue hole.
I think
I'd rather Spanish gold than silver.
The blue hole's connected to the sea. I think either one's going to be just as dangerous.
Suction. It's what's in my head, because there was a part
and maybe
where it was
more of a concentrated space for bad things as well. Like, yeah,
I've got places to swim if something happens.
Well, we've got a volunteer to swim down and have a look for the treasure. Let's do that.
Might I just ask the question then? There's an intriguing plan, Marcus. But if indeed the blue hole is connected to the sea, rather than swim down the blue hole, why can't we find the outlet to the sea and approach the problem from the other angle, so to speak?
If there is a tidal pull, you'll get sucked into where the blue hole is.
But will they? When?
It's my knowledge of the ocean.
What is the natural environment of the snail? Is the snail trying to avoid the open sea, or is it?
I would expect so. I would expect if it's in the hole and not in the sea, then its natural environment is to not be in the sea.
Cave animal.
There is another detail that we're missing. Is Frank's heard none of this, and we can tell him that there's something amazing, and it's very easy to come by.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Thank you, Helga.
There are barrels of rum down there.
That's absolutely diabolical, Helga. I love it.
Perfectly safe.
I love it. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's diabolical. I love it. There you go. There's no need for you to swim down, Marcus. Frank's going to do it.
Thank you, Helga. We propose it to Frank instead.
Great idea, though. We'll make Frank do it.
Tie a rope to the person.
Do you agree with that plan?
Logistics-wise, Dave, what we do is you go down and you're holding on to something that's got weight. So we tie a big rock or a barrel full of rocks to a rope. You're not tied to it, you're just holding on to it. So that can get you down quicker. You're also holding on to a second rope. Then when you find something, or you want whenever you want pulled up, you pull on this. So you let go of this rope when you hit the bottom. And you pull on the second rope when you want pulled back up. So this rope's just connected to you, and you can get pulled back up with it. That one's just weighted to get you down. So you let go of that one as soon as you're down there, and then you've got this one, and if you want pulled up, you just give it a tug, and then we pull you up.
That's not complicated at all.
No, it's not. But we'll need to get you on, whoever's going down, we'll need to get like a weighted barrel to get them down there to the bottom, because a person just doesn't go to the bottom.
I've just had a brain thought.
A brain thought?
This island has many barrels. We could use one as a diving bell. Do you know how that works?
In theory.
Weight it.
In theory.
Push it down with weights.
But how watertight are these barrels, though?
Well, they carry rum and grog and...
True.
All sorts.
We use a rum barrel to go get some rum barrels.
I don't want to seem peevish, but I do remember having a conversation when we were on the other island, the island we shipwrecked on, about getting our own provisions from our own ship. Oh, no, that was a terrible idea. These barrels aren't watertight, they don't float.
Thing is, 30 feet's only 10 metres. Like, if you dive, you're halfway down already.
What's a metre? What's a metre? What do you mean metre? What's a metre? How many knots is a metre? What's a metre? Captain, what I'm saying is...
It's 10 yards. It's only 10 yards. With a good dive, you're halfway down.
Yes, yard, right, okay. I understand now. Right, yes,
let's wake up Frank. Let's propose it to Frank if he's willing to go for a swim.
Well, we don't have to wake him up. Put him in the bloody bell, whatever you call it.
He needs to
we'll
grab
just take
things.
Yeah.
No, we need to wake him up first.
He needs to come. He needs to come out of the diving bell to swim around.
He needs to
and
know
have
Yeah,
what he's
but we'll-
looking for.
Once he's secured in the bell, we can give him the instructions.
Then we'll wake him up, aye.
Yeah. It's the safest thing. He's bound to see it differently to us, you know. And again, is he really competent to make his own decisions? Look at the state of him. We're doing the right thing for him and for us. And we don't want to burden him with the decision to assent to this plan. We should just put him in the barrel now. Take him over. Do you not recall? I know he's your former character. He's from a class of people which like to sleep in barrels. I mean, it wasn't the same, but I sent us a personal relationship with that other character.
You don't put them in the barrel. It goes over the top of your head as you descend, so it catches air.
The thing is,
or in water.
he's no sleeping, Reverend. He's just being sick.
Yeah.
So it's not like he's just gonna wake up in a barrel. We would have to actually grab. He'd be like, "What are you doing? Don't put me in a barrel." He's not unconscious.
But there are many of us and only one of him, and
This is
he's
true.
clearly.
No, I'm not saying it's a bad plan, Reverend. I'm not saying it's a bad plan. I'm just working out the logistics.
Might I point out, Reverend, your heart seems to have turned very dark in this last hour.
No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all. I mean, again, you have this strange notion of what it means to be called to the clergy. Christ said himself he came to set the world on fire. He brought a sword to the world. What are you talking about? Look what God did in the Old Testament. Do you not read the Old Testament?
No.
What did? I mean, how was the Holy Land won? Blood and slaughter.
This isn't getting us anywhere. Shall we do one
Put
or
him in
the
the
other?
barrel. Put him in
Let's
the
go
barrel.
get Frank.
Get
Tie
Frank.
the weight to the bottom of the barrel. Then he'll sink, won't he?
You just need the barrel to go down with him.
We'll find
Yes.
out the logistics once we've got Frank.
It's
It's
like a
just
helmet.
it's for some
almost.
air. It's like a helmet to keep some air so that he can go down with some air.
Yes. Yes, I think I understand that.
Right, let's go get Frank.
Let's go get
Let's go
Frank.
force him.
Okay.
And don't
so
forget,
looking-
don't forget, this was Helga's idea.
Frank,
It
sober up.
Taking
That's
your
okay.
coffee on this island.
Yeah. Has anybody else got any more input? Are you all going along with this plan?
Seems like we've got a
Certainly.
plan.
It's absolutely mental, but right.
It sounds better than the snail
I
hunting.
don't want.
I don't think any of us truly want the best plan. We all really want the most chaotic one, don't we?
The
We
blue,
should
the
just-
blue
yeah.
one scares
We
me.
love chaos. We love chaos. We love it.
Very well. Okay. So the five of you head back towards center of the settlement, towards where the bar is. As you approach, as you get closer to the center of the settlement, you can hear the sound of of cheering and jeering. And as you're near the bar, you can see a crowd of people arranged in like a circle of people. And you can hear this squawking. Sounds like a parrot. And you just this crowd of people. Whoa, go on, get it!
I wonder what they're watching. Are they watching a show or? They...
I want to get close enough to see what's going on.
So as you
Frank doing
get
something?
Yeah.
as you get closer, you see this crowd of people that kind of like form the circle around Frank, who appears to be brawling with a parrot.
Come back here, you fucking feather! Shite! Come here!
So Frank, can you roll initiative? So individual initiative. In fact,
It's actually
Right.
rolling initiative. Holy
I've done
shit.
it for you. Boom. Okay.
Oh,
The parrot goes
brilliant.
first.
The parrot goes first.
So if you can make a defensive roll, a defend roll.
Defend roll, okay.
Yeah.
Roll.
Oof.
Oh.
Oh dear. Okay, so this parrot just flies at Frank, sort of hits it, like lands on his face, and just begins pecking at his face. And you take a point of damage, Frank.
1 point of damage.
Yeah.
Let's
Yep.
see. Okay. Third time, you parrot! You scout!
I turn to the other guys and girls and just say, "Do we intervene or do we
No,
just
it's a fucking parrot. We can't go 2-on-1 against
why
a
I'm asking,
parrot.
just out of curiosity.
No, I mean it's no fair to go more than 1-on-1. It's a parrot.
In fact, I'm going to turn to the captain and say, "I've got 5 silver on the parrot."
I've
I
also
do, I-
also got 5 silver on the parrot. Who would like to
I'll
take
take
this?
the bet. I'll take the bet. I believe
There we
Frank.
go. There we go.
I'll take your bets.
There we
I'll
go.
take
I've
your
got
bets.
5 on the parrot. Have I
the
got
hat.
5? Marcus, you're paying. I've not got any. I don't think I have any silver.
I've got some. Don't worry.
You can cover my wager.
Come on,
Okay,
Frank.
Come
on.
So, should we take a break then?
Yeah.
And we'll come back.
Oh.
See how Frank
Good.
does against the parrot. Hello, we are back.
I've got 5
So-
on the board.
Yes, fight the bird. So yeah, like I say, you come back to the centre of the settlement, and you find this crowd of people all surrounding Frank, who is in a middle of a full-blown brawl with a parrot, and he's currently losing.
Come on, Frank. I believe in you, Frank. I got money on you, Frank. Come on, Frank.
On the board.
So-
On the board. What's the board's
Frank-
name?
I don't know. What's his name?
It says lucky.
Terry.
Come on, Terry.
It's about to be a dead parrot.
Dead Terry the parrot. Okay,
his
so
ass, Terry.
it's Frank. Frank's go.
You fucking parrot, you took my crook. I give it back. And I'm going to try to punch the parrot.
Okay, punch the parrot.
I'd like to think the parrot's voiced by Terry Crews. Terry Crews? Is that his name?
I don't
Well,
know.
Massive black guy.
It's a
step
name.
in here, but
Yeah.
Didn't want to play a
Yeah.
7
parrot.
foot tall. Yeah. It's Terry
Yeah.
Crews.
You wanted to
see.
play a parrot, Megan. Can you not play the part of this
I want to be a
ending?
human-sized parrot, which I didn't think was a thing, but turns out
I
it
think
is.
the parrot should be played by Joe Pesci.
Oh, yeah. Fucking great actor, Joe Pesci.
Shall I roll for strength to fill for trying to punch it?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Roll for strength for that.
Which is it'll be
Oh.
Oh no!
You got any of
Still
them?
very
Lola? You got any of
Oh
them?
Jesus Christ! You have got devil's luck if you want to spend your devil's luck in a fight against a parrot.
I don't want to. Not against a parrot.
Like that.
You're going to be drowned in an hour.
Jesus
Win some money here, Dave.
Okay.
At least go out in
Okay.
glory.
Okay, so you swing and just totally go off balance and swing, spin round the spot, go down and go down on the floor. And then the parrot attacks. Terry flies in for the kill.
Go on, Terry.
Give us a defensive roll, and it will be
Yeah.
with it'll be a DR 14 because you're down the floor.
Okie dokie, let's see.
I understand why people are watching this now. It's a fair fight.
Ooh, nice
There you
dummy.
go.
Ooh.
Oh wow, yes.
Why
you
minus
managed
3
to-
on my agility though?
Yeah, you have got -3 in agility. Did you not apply that?
No, so it is not 17,
So it's a
it should be 14.
Oh,
Still
well,
a
that's
success.
just enough still.
Yes,
just
enough.
just enough. Okay, so you managed to fend off this vicious parrot. So yeah, sure, go again.
Okay, go again. I'm gonna try for another pan. I'm gonna try to grab it if I can. Let's see.
Okay.
Come on, Terry. Kick his ass.
Ah.
My word. Okay.
So, Captain Marcus, I'll
What?
pay you 5 silver now to end this bet. Do you want to cash out?
Okay, so there's money There's money to rapidly changing hands between various people around, like crowded around this fight. Yeah, so you missed. So Terry goes in again. Roll defense.
Right, this time 12 now, not 14.
I'm leaving that ball.
Oh no,
Put
it's
the
still
money,
it's,
Reverend. I want to see
yeah,
how the
sorry,
fight
yeah,
goes.
12, yeah,
though.
12. But you got
Yeah.
your -3 of yeah.
Yeah, minus 3. Let's see. Yeah.
I'm not going to step in and stop him getting his ass kicked by a bird, if that's what you're getting at. I am going to allow
No,
the bird
I-
to kick his ass.
I'm just trying to cut my losses. Let the bird get it. I'm trying to cut my losses.
Okay, you take another point of damage.
Oh my days,
It's
I'm
kinda
going there.
Claws.
Nobody's stepping in a fight against the bird. They can
Oh,
one-on-one
free
it.
HP
It's only fair.
Well, we don't know how they started, you know.
Exactly, he might have started it.
Yeah.
That damn pirate stole my grog. That fucking feather.
Stealin grog.
Oh, is that a success?
That's Reverend's rolling strength.
Oh no!
Oh, that's right.
What's a reference rolling strength?
Sorry, what I'm going to do,
Punch the parrot.
Phil, I'm going to cast Spiritual Ward on Frank.
Okay, so you need to. Do you need to make a roll for that?
That's no fair on the parrot, man. They're
you-
doing a
you're not-
one-on-one here. That is
That know what I'm doing.
That is your. So you need to
That
click,
conversation
click on
between
the.
DM.
You need to click on the cast ritual button.
I interrupt them. Interrupt this
You don't know what I'm doing. You don't know what I'm doing.
Ah, you failed there, you shite
Fails
bag.
anyway.
Roll on the mech,
Let's
so
see
that's
this
failed.
fight plan out. Thank
So,
you.
while you're doing that, sort of, the captain, Captain Mockingbird, spots you and just elbows you in the ribs. And yes, it'll be a ritual. And you must roll on. There's a button that says roll mystical mischief.
Shut up, Reverend. I want to see where this goes.
I beg your pardon.
Every single one of us wants to see how this fight pans out, Reverend. I'm sorry.
There's a button
I'm not
in
trying to
the.
end it. I'm trying to protect Frank.
There's a button on the chat.
It's a
in the
parrot. It's
chat,
this
there's a
size.
button
It's
that
no
says-
fair. He's got to one-on-one it.
Oh, if you can't see it, then I'll do it. You might not be able to see it.
No, I'll do it. I'll do it. You might have rigged it.
I'll do it.
10.
Okay, Mr. Your vision permanently fills with water, and the world around you looks submerged and obfuscated. Presence checked involving sight at +4 DR from now on. Underwater, you see like a fish.
As like
Who's
I
it?
swimming.
There's a guy. Aye. That's
Is that-
exactly what I was
is that-
thinking.
Is that
That's
me?
permanent. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
you.
Oh my days.
Permanent.
Oh my days.
Stop
I've
asking
got one
what
leg. How am I going to swim? I got one leg.
Look at this. Right now you can go to the water hole. We could see like a
You
fish
just
now.
have to, carry a ball on your head with water.
Jeez.
Yeah, but I've got one leg.
So I've lost track of who it was. I think it's.
We'll just put an oar
Frank.
on instead, and you can
Yeah,
flap.
I'm gonna try to punch up the parrot again. Let's see.
Oh, it's the parrot.
Yeah, he defended.
Please,
last
give me a
time.
good roll. No.
Oh no!
6 again. 6
You're gonna
again.
die from parrot.
I'm gonna die from
The
a
thing is,
parrot.
if he gets beat by a parrot, he gets beat by a parrot. We cannot.
Yeah,
interfere,
that's
like,
just
it's not
funny.
fair.
That is too funny.
Give us a defense roll.
Let's see.
I'm no stepping in, like.
Oh my god!
You can get your ass kicked by a parrot, and for
I feel like you
everybody in
guys
the
are
world to
embarrassed.
watch.
Panic kitty.
That's a one as well. Yeah.
So yeah, another. You lose another hit point.
Oh my days. I'm still alive. I'm still kicking. I'm still
Wait, if
kicking.
it's a 1 with his -3, is that extra bad?
What?
Because he's got -3 on his agility.
Yeah,
Is
so I
that a
have
1? Like a
I
fumble?
rolled a 1. It's not natural.
Oh no.
Oh,
no,
no,
it's
God.
straight.
Oh,
It's
extra
strength. Oh yeah. No, it's got to be it's got to be a natural one. It's
Fairy,
yeah, it's your go again, then, Frank.
fairy.
All right, I'm gonna try to grab it again. Let's see. Come on, I have to get one success, right? No.
Oh dear.
Roll defense
roll.
again. Well, you have got arm, but I'm saying this is bypass because it's just attacking your face.
10.
What's that?
No, 11.
Oh, that is. That's,
11.
yes, it's.
Minus
No,
3.
it's
Oh,
11. It's 11.
Oh, that is a
It's
fail.
11.
You lose another hit point as it pecks at your face.
Okay, I get very, very angry now when I'm like, you can see I'm just bleeding from these bites from that damn parrot. I'm just gonna protect it. I'm just gonna,
Funny
you
now.
fuck!
I'm going to turn to the cat, Jamie, and say maybe we should have the parrot on our crew.
Aye, yeah, it's pretty handy in a scrap, like.
So in anger, I'm taking out my musket and I'm gonna shoot at it. You fucking fuck!
Okay.
Oh,
Please use a devil's
the
luck or
musket out.
You're gonna die.
I will use devil's luck when I hit you. Don't you worry.
When you hit.
When I hit it.
I can't believe you're going one-on-one with a bird and you're losing. You're having to pull your gun out.
Oh my!
Oh.
Huh? Huh?
Oh, so -3. That is enough. So that's yeah.
It's a hit.
He's using presence, isn't it? Yeah. No.
Oh, it uses presence. Yeah.
presence,
So
yeah.
you shoot. Bang! The musket.
And I'm using the fucking devil's luck for full damage.
Okay. Okay, and then there's a crack of the flintlock pistol. Oh, is it a musket? Oh no, it's a musket. Gotta get a musket.
Full on.
And the parrot just explodes in a cloud of red and feathers. It only had 1 hit point.
I don't care.
Might start voting and hope other people join them.
Oh, what a fight! What a fight! Bravo, Frank! Bravo!
And then I fall down the unconscious.
That was entertaining. That was superb, Frank. Superb.
Captain, can I have your silver now, please? Marcus?
Aye, here you go. There's 5 silver.
Yeah.
Never doubted you for a second, Frank. Never
Have you got
doubted you
5
for a
silver?
second.
Have
I
you
have.
got-
I have. I've got 45. I'll take it out my total.
Very nice, very nice, very nice.
There
Very
you go,
nice.
sir.
Thank
There's
you.
your
Okay.
5.
Shall make anyone's free thing for taking my grog.
Worth every penny, Reverend. That was the best entertainment we've had this whole trip.
It was
Okay,
most
and sort of Frank staggers, kind of the crowd sort of helps him back towards the bar. He staggers to the bar, and there is a rolled up piece of parchment stuffed inside his shirt, which is what you stole from the parrot as it was flying past.
I was going to say, I hope it's not a note saying, please don't kill my parrot. It's entrusted to you now.
No, what's this? What does it say, the note?
This carrier parrot that you stole its message from, and so it attacked you.
Oh.
You're gonna
Okay.
read
What was the
the
message for?
So opening up this parchment, it is a map. It looks like a treasure map.
Oh, a treasure. Oh. All right now. What does it look like when I'm reading this?
It shows a rocky piece of coastland with a sea cave.
Oh, okay.
Like the one on this
And-
island.
And it looks suspiciously like the one on this island, and it shows a cave, and then there's kind of like these weird, sort of mysterious symbols.
Can you describe the symbols? I might be able to decide. I can't see the bloody thing. What do the symbols look like? What do the symbols look like?
You can give if you're looking at the map, you can give us a, what would it be? It would be, I guess it would be a presence
Yes,
check?
yes. But the whole point of this now, because you've now permanently disfigured my vision.
You just figured
oh,
your
yeah.
own.
I was trying to say, Frank. That's what I'm asking someone else to read. To
Should we have a look
describe
at
it.
this map, lads?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, I'm good
what is it?
reading.
Did you say presence, Phil?
Yeah, presence.
I'll have a look.
I guess it was presence.
Can anyone roll?
There you go. I got 19.
Anybody can look at it, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I guess so, yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, presence, smart. Yes, presence is smart. So yeah. I will need something more than a 12.
Got 19 here.
I will need at least a 14.
The captain got that. The captain.
Yeah,
got
he
that.
got.
Oh,
he
all
got
right,
19.
okay. Right. So these are Minoan runes.
Ooh, okay.
And
Minoan
it
runes?
seems to indicate that this is a sacred place.
The Minoan Empire was nowhere near here, wasn't it?
No, nowhere near.
This is the Minoans was Mediterranean. A long way away
Yeah.
from this. But I don't know that. I'm a dumb pirate. Oliver knew that.
Can I just do a quick time out? Phil,
Yes.
was I meant to roll to get my devil's luck back at the start of the game, or do I stay on 0?
No, it's only when you rest, I think.
Is that
Yeah,
what
it's
it
only
is?
when you're
Right.
ready. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
fine. Sorry.
And you can only re-roll if you've got 0.
Yeah, and you can only refresh your devil's luck if you've used it all.
You're lie down in the sand. Have a wee nap while we're talking.
Well,
Yeah,
it
so you
seems,
have to essentially have a night's rest to refresh it.
seems I have found ourselves some fortune for us lads and ladies. It seems that the devil's luck were on my side today.
What about maybe we just go and see what's at that X on that treasure map before we do anything else then, lads?
Oh, I agree on that one.
Are we not diving for gold today?
But,
Wait,
well,
what did you say?
No.
Let's go have a look at what's at the end of this treasure map first, and then we've still got that as plan B after.
What plan B? I'm confused.
Oh, we've
What
got a
was it?
beautiful plan,
Oh.
Frank. We'll tell you all about it.
Yes, Frank, you are the star of this plan.
Yeah, we've got a great role for you. We were going to use
We know
as
you're-
skills.
The best swimmer. much better than you are at fighting pirates.
When you say it's best swimmer, I'm like,
But the Reverend's got the eyes, so they're actually both going to go down. But Frank's going to breathe in loads. They're both going to breathe in loads, and when the Reverend runs out of breath, Frank's going to French kiss the Reverend and give him his breath. So he's going to be a spare oxygen tank for Frank. He's going to go down as an oxygen tank, and they're going to kiss, and he's going to breathe.
I used to look
the
at the
X-ray in
Reverend.
him.
I was looking at the Reverend. I kissed worse seamen, I guess. But I'm not a good swimmer, though.
You don't have to swim. You just have to go down.
I guess.
You just have to be able to go down
and
under the
kiss
water
Stephen.
and kiss the Reverend.
Oh, Jesus.
I am. What are we looking for
Wow.
in anyway?
Treasure.
Yeah, if we go look for this treasure first, you don't need to think about
Maybe
it.
we don't even need to do Plan B, Frank. Maybe we don't even need to do Plan B. We might have everything we
Kinda-
need on this treasure map. Well done.
Rich enough to buy a ship and leave this godforsaken hole.
Let's hope that parrot didn't belong to anyone important.
Well,
hope
they
his-
try to steal
let's
my
hope his-
grog.
Let's hope his brothers don't come after you, because you had a hard time against one. If a couple of them come, you're fucked, mate. If
Look, I was
if he's
not
got brothers,
using my
if he's got any brothers, you're fucked.
Look,
Maybe
I gave
Slayer
it a
was worth
fair.
one for a challenge.
I gave it a fair fight with my fists.
You didn't give him
till
a fair
I've been-
fight. You pulled your gun out and shot him. You didn't give him a fair fight at all, Frank.
Look, it pissed me off, all right. It made me pissed, all right.
It was very entertaining.
Well, I feel very hurt now. Can we take a rest?
Best 5 silver pieces I ever spent.
I might need a doctor. I feel very stinky over my body.
You just have some more grog, I'll be fine.
All right, you did. I don't say no. I don't say no to more grog. If anyone has any grog on their person.
I don't, unfortunately.
I can give
Can
you a
you-
little.
Can we try and convince the barman that because the fight brought in business to his bar, being
Okay.
right next to it,
Good point.
can he have some free grog?
Well, what we do, I'll tell you what we do. We borrow the captain's hat and we take it around full of its dried sick and look for, like, tips.
You'll no be
For the
borrowing
fight?
nothing, Reverend.
Okay. We'll take someone else's hat. And we'll walk round the crowd, the pouring crowd. And,
I do think that the barkeep might give old Frank a free drink for providing entertainment. Helga has a point.
Give us a presence, check, not persuasion. Presence.
This is-
Helga.
You can do it. It was your idea.
Oh,
there you
yes.
go.
Hey, get a free round of drinks, in fact.
Oh, bravo,
For anybody who
Helga.
wants one,
I'll pass on mine. Well, thank you.
a free round of drinks. So that will be your fourth drink, friend.
This is
Yep.
my first one
Oh,
because
Frankie.
I'm on my second round, second wind. I've already been sick.
Yeah.
can we just clarify, Phil? Is there any purloined Spanish sherry in this bar or not?
There is not. There is just coconut alcohol.
Coconut piss. I'll have. I'm loving the coconut piss. It's great.
not who.
Who the
Oh,
fuck
no,
rolled
who was that?
that? Who rolled that?
Uh,
Frank.
I'm having very bad rolls today.
Yeah, so Frank just.
What's the roll for?
For drinking.
Oh, what do you have
It's
to roll when you
toughness,
drink?
isn't it?
It's not strength.
It's
Oh, it's,
toughness.
oh, it's toughness.
Oh,
To be
it's
fair,
toughness,
a
yeah,
one's a
yeah.
one,
Yeah.
mate. You rolled a one. You're.
Because we've got a feature about it, but I
we've
don't know whether it's
We've got,
applied for everyone.
we've got a feature, yeah. If we
Yeah,
succeed
so
on the
yes.
toughness, we then get
Have
to
you-
heal hit points. With it.
Ah.
It's
Oh, so only you two that has a feature, is it?
yeah, that's a rogue
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Oh,
Uh,
okay,
what-
okay.
Alien
A
thing.
rapscallion thing, yeah.
Okay, so I don't need to do any else for doing drinking grog then, is it?
Right, so
Or-
I'm
No,
going-
no,
yeah,
no.
yeah, yeah.
Grog,
Ah, okay.
It'll just the grog just lowers your agility by 1 point.
Ah, okay, okay.
I rolled a 12. Is 12 good?
12 is.
It's 8 plus
well,
1. I've
depends
got to
how-
roll a
it's-
9.
yeah,
it's
it's-
8
yeah,
plus
yeah,
1.
yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it's fine.
So
That's
I
good.
heal
How much do I
1d4 hit
heal?
points, right, Megan?
Yes.
How much do I heal
And I
for Phil?
Sorry.
How much do I heal for one grog for myself?
Do you have that talent?
No, I don't have that talent. no.
You don't heal anything, but
Oh, okay, so why didn't I
Yeah,
drink?
that's a talent.
You didn't even have to throw up, really.
You drink, Frank, because that's what you do.
Do hit points.
oh dear.
But my
Yeah,
agility is
you-
reduced by 1 more, so my agility is reduced
I'm a backstory is
Oh,
I'm
no,
a
it's
functional
back, 'cause it was
alcoholic,
back, 'cause
so
that was
I
1 hour,
always
so it
drink
was
it.
back to
Well,
normal,
that's true, yeah,
and then it was
functional
reduced by
alcoholic,
1
yeah, yeah.
again. Right, okay.
Yeah.
So I get 2 hit points when
And
my
I-
agility's reduced. Sweet.
I throw up for 2 hours.
I'm okay. I got 2 hit points out of that. I'm happy.
Okay.
Another time out, Phil. What? Sorry.
No, it's fine.
I think I was meant to have some features added to mine.
Oh, you were. So I would say, so before we do that, I would say by this time it is the sun is dropping low in the sky. It is it's getting late in the day, and most of the residents of Port Nelson are now crowded around either the outside bar or ligging outside Juba's Place Tavern. Almost the entire population, and there's just turns into this big sort of drinking fest. Everybody's dancing and drinking and carousing.
Distracted.
So the question is, are the rest of you either wandering off to find somewhere to sleep, or are you joining in with the partying?
We're off to go look for some treasure.
Now or in the day?
I think we should go in the day. Yes. I recommend to all you ladies and gents that we go back to the raft and make camp there.
Well, there's a perfectly good tavern right here.
There is a perfectly good tavern right here and a beach, and yeah, I don't think we need to go back to the raft to camp. I think we can camp here. I don't think these people are going to murder us in our sleep. Maybe
Captain,
you.
if I may be so bold, I think-
Maybe you, Reverend.
I will keep my hand on my
Well-
pistol all the same.
I think our colleague's had a stressful day, and I think he wants to be removed from the temptation of the ultimate beer.
Oh no, I was saying, oh, if you can pay him for it, yeah. So don't say no. No.
I'll play by you some more, like, I'm no bothered. I want to see you fight a pirate again. That was fucking fantastic.
Yeah. I'm the champion of Port Nelson, as you can see. For parents, I'm king of parents.
Should we go see if there's somewhere in the inn to rent space or get some sleep?
A roof over our heads would be nice.
Do we know what these
have
other
rooms there.
buildings are? These ones.
So they are like basically people's residence.
Can we try and woo our way into someone's rooms for free lodging?
Well, there are like various lean-tos and tarps where people just sleep. I mean, this tent here, people are just this seems for general, for people just to crash in. Just
And what do you mean by
anybody.
woo our way in, though? Do you mean woo our way in, or do you mean like go in like going woo like Ric Flair?
They're both.
Bit of both, nice. I like it.
Reverend will have no idea who he's
Walk
wooing
into
there.
somebody's tent.
What about asking our friend Bottlesmith? See if he knows
Oh
it's
yeah.
safe to.
Does he have a house?
He did. So Battlesmith tells you that he just beds down in one of the tarps,
Yeah.
in one of the kind of lean-tos.
Well, you're all welcome to sleep in the tavern, but I will put up my tent outside. I have a tent, you see, in my backpack.
Oh. But yeah, Bottlesmith retires to Juba's Tavern anyway. So, I shall ask each of you in turn what you're going to do. So what is Nia doing? Is Nia going to spend the night carousing in Juba's Place? Or is she going to find a quiet place to put her head down?
She's gonna get some food
Uh-huh.
at Juba's place,
Okay.
and then go to sleep. Yeah.
Okay, no problem. You can do that. You can certainly do that. It'll probably cost you just like maybe a silver or two to just to get a bit of food. And what about Marcus?
Yeah, Marcus the same. He's going to go into Juba's place and either pay or find somewhere to rest his head.
Okay, so so basically, well, you can still see there's people just already comatose on the floor in here. So it doesn't. There's no. It's just one huge room.
Yeah.
Pretty much. So there's no like rooms for rent or anything.
I'll
It's
find
basically
somewhere.
people just crash on the floor.
Flophouse, love it.
Although it's a case of the crash on the floor because they've passed out rather than it's okay to sleep here.
And somewhere comfy.
Okay, and how about Frank? Dirty Frank?
Yeah, I will go in and pay for a meal to take with me, and then I will go to the jungle and find a good spot to
You're
put up my tent.
functioning alcoholic, aren't you? Well, let's see. He's functioning. Give us a spirit roll.
Functioning's a
Frank,
stretch,
you can
Phil. When you
resist.
see him against that parrot.
Let's see, spirit.
See if
That's
you
had a
can,
good shot there.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
you managed to.
finally.
You managed to resist the urge. Get some food and then retire.
All this
What about Captain Mockingbird? Is the captain carousing or
So-
just retiring?
Carousing was really tempting, but then I realised hit points if you rest. So I'm going to rest, Phil. I will eat and rest. I'm going to be sensible.
Okay. What about Helga?
I think I'll also follow Nia and eat and rest somewhere normal.
Okay. And finally, the Reverend.
Well, I just got to follow somebody, so I'll decide to follow Nia and Helga and do what they do.
Radio. Okay. So in which case then, you all go and get something to eat and then find somewhere to as comfortable as you can be to put your heads down and get some well-earned rest after quite a rough day. So you can all, if you go in your character sheet, you'll see the rest button, so you can press the rest button and it shall do wonderful things.
Is it a long
A
rest?
long
It's
rest.
a long rest.
It is a long rest, yes.
And we've had food and drink.
If it gives you...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm not infected, sick, bleeding, or poisoned. Sick. God, the dice, that's fun.
Full HP.
Ooh, 5 hit points and 4 rituals. I don't even know what rituals are.
Well, you need ritual. It's basically how many rituals you can cast if you have rituals.
I don't have them.
I
do
have.
No.
No.
I have 3 rituals, but I don't know why.
I've got a relic.
4.
No, you haven't got. You can cast. It means you can cast a ritual 3 times a day, but you haven't actually got any
Yeah,
rituals.
but that's automatically done my hit points. It didn't do my luck. I had 0, and it's not automatically rolled the devil's luck for me.
Oh, let's have a look. It doesn't, has it?
I didn't have
Let's,
0 written there. I just had a blank space though.
Oh, right. That's maybe why. Then just so
Yeah.
if you just press
I pressed
the
this button. I pressed the 1d2, and I got a 2. Happy days.
Okay. Yeah.
It's the first time I've had 2.
Okay.
I've only ever had 1 before. Come on.
But are these results directly? Do they directly update your character sheet?
It does. It does indeed. It does.
So note, if you've got 0 devil's luck, write a 0 in the space. Don't have it blank because it'll not automatically roll it if it's blank.
Okay.
That
So.
was productive rest for me. Very good.
Okay.
Yeah,
So.
same.
So you wake early the next morning. Wake at dawn. It's around about 7 o'clock in the morning. The next day.
I just wake up from my tent and I begin to pack down my tent. And I make my way to this settlement and try to find the others sleeping somewhere and wake them up.
Okay. So shall we say you all congregate back either where you've camped down or back.
I get up
in
at the crack of
in the
dawn.
settlement.
Dawn being the man that I slept next to.
We've gone a few hours before getting a homosexual reference into now.
No, I've made a couple more subtle ones tonight, actually.
Oh, yeah.
So
We had
what are you all
Matthew
doing this?
Phil.
Sorry.
We had
Oh
Matthew.
yeah, sorry. I said we were going to do that. I do apologise. So let me have a look. So
Features. You've got one eye and one leg, mate. Have fun.
Gentlemen officer features. So your fancy title is you. Let's look. Oh, why has that not worked? How's that? Is the inheritance one? Is it? Right. Okay, so your inheritance is a sword stick, which is an item that you actually have. So I'll give you that.
Sword stick.
A sword stick. So it's a walking, cane with a
Like
sword.
a
in
sword
it.
cane, right? Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, sword cane. Yeah.
That's cool.
Very
Let's
cool.
give you that.
Mm-hmm.
And your title is. Let me just check that again because that seems to be broken. Let's try it again. Okay, you have the title. You are the Baron, but with no land. But have no land. You have no land. You lost your land, but you have the title of being a Baron.
You suddenly
you
wake
might
up
have got-
remembering.
So back
Might have
before
lost
you
gambling.
became a parrot, you were a Baron.
Excellent. And what's my inheritance?
Your inheritance is your sword cane. That is the
Oh,
only
sorry,
thing-
right, okay. Sorry.
That is the only thing that you have left of your wealth and your massive wealth.
What's
I mean,
getting
best-
better?
Getting better is when you level up.
Okay.
So we don't do that one now.
We get a
when you click on
baron
the
with no
experience thing,
land,
it'll-
so about as important as a captain with a ship, aye.
Well, you're a captain without a ship. You probably both fell to the sins of gambling. I mean, you bet on a parrot, for God's sake.
It was
against a
winning.
man with
It
a
was
musket.
fucking winning until
winning.
the cheater pulled a gun out, to be fair.
Where did you two?
When it
bet
was
on
a
the
fair
Baron of
scrap,
May?
the parrot was winning. It was only when he pulled a gun out that he won, so I don't think it was a bad bet.
Yes, they did, Frank. They bet on the parrot.
What? By Davy John's luck.
Listen, if
You
it
voted.
was a fair fight, it would have beat you, so I'm
I
smart in my
realised-
betting, maybe.
Can't Nia talk to birds as well?
Oh, yeah.
How would you have felt about the fight?
It's only seabirds that I can.
It's different.
Yeah.
Parrot's not a seabird, is it?
Seabirds are a better class of character.
So you're secretly also betting on the parrot.
Well, since I won the bet, don't I get a share of the bettings?
And I'll give you 2 silver pieces, Frank.
Oh, very good, very good, very good, very good.
I think he cheated using a
Right,
gun and
So
not
do
his
I.
way.
So do
10,
I.
Frank.
100%.
Demand a rematch.
I'm not bothered about the 5 silver though, because it was worth it for the.
No,
entertainment.
I staked 10. You've won 2 for nothing. You were having a fight with the parrot anyway.
You were already
This is
having a fight
small
with a
goal.
parrot, aye.
Yeah.
You got free drinks, you're fine.
If you're not happy with it, I won't give it. If you can insult you, I'll keep it. Or if you want it, if you're happy, I'll give you 2 silver pieces, Frank. Your choice. I mean,
You're
how
right,
much is
Frank.
a...
You were already having a fight with a parrot. It's not like you deserve that money.
Oh, why won
cheated.
the money
You were fighting
for?
a parrot and you cheated. You deserve fuck
You weren't
all.
fighting. You weren't
deserve
fighting for a
nothing.
prize pot, Frank.
Take
You were
the
fighting
2
because
silver.
that's what you do when you're drunk, and because the parrot assaulted you.
Oh, what? Fine, I take the 2 silver. I don't want this. All right,
Well, I
just give
want you to
it.
be happy about it.
I want all of it, but right.
Look, we'll find much
Tell you
more
what,
treasure following the map.
I tell
that
you
have.
what, Frank. Fuck you. Keep the silver.
Take the silver back, Reverend. You ungrateful bastard.
Yeah.
He was already fighting with the parrot.
I already have it. You can't take it back from Don. No one takes it back.
I tried to protect you, and now I can't stay.
Fucking punch him,
You
Reverend.
want to
can't
beat me, priest?
he can't even beat a parrot. Just knock him out. He's easy game. Bang!
I can't see him. He keeps melting in the distance.
I'm just gonna lean out my leg and trip him over. You come, I'm over here, and then wait for him to trip over.
And I will take my musket and try and hit him.
Yeah.
I
Everyone
will
duck.
fire my... Yeah, so yeah, I'm going to shoot my musket. Yeah,
You're gonna shoot him with your musket.
yeah,
As soon as you put it out, I'm hitting the sand.
All right. You-
I absolutely am.
This
It
is
is
what I
odd.
came for. Go on, Gary.
Okay.
Pirate Borg.
Pirateborg!
Oh! Oh, he's back.
Okay, that's a miss.
What's he hitting instead?
When I see him try to shoot me, I'm just gonna.
It's not bad come to, yeah, not that bad.
When I see him shoot me, I'm gonna bring him. I'm just gonna shoot him back. You fucking reverend!
You can actually see that.
Right, Marcus.
can see.
I've got 5 on the Reverend.
I'm just going to sit down in the sand and just wait for this all to.
Yeah,
blow
I've
over.
5 on the Reverend.
All right.
Oh, it's a hit!
Come on!
You can kill it.
Hold on, not quite. I'm going to use... I've got a thing.
Oh dear.
What was that thing? Was that
Well, I would cast spiritual ward on myself.
Is it Dodge Musket?
You ended up blind last time you did that.
Ah, you're
I
blind,
know,
remember?
but I'm not having this. I'm not having the guy almost got beaten to death by a parrot.
No, you can't get beat by the guy that had to pull out a gun against the parrot.
Yeah.
You're right, Reverend. You've got to win this on principle.
Oh, it's
There
a
you go.
success.
Oh, nice.
So get minus D4. So for D2, that lasts for up to 2 days.
Yeah.
so
I actually
that's-
think I had that upon me anyway, Phil. To be honest, because how many days have gone?
You what? Sorry.
I think it might have still been active when was that scrap on the island? How long have we been gone from our island? It doesn't matter.
I don't know.
I'll cast
Yeah,
it
that's
again.
gone. Yeah. So you got it for up to 2 days. So if you want to roll a D2, and you want to roll a D4 to see how much of the 4 points of damage that you just you've just taken from Frank shooting with his musket.
So I'm a D2 and a D4.
Yeah.
Okay. How do I do the D2 again?
Just put
Type it
/ R space D2.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh,
nothing.
so that cancels out all the damage. That
He shot his
lasts-
Bible that he had in his
protection-
pocket.
That lasts for a day, so for 24 hours. So until the morning, till the next morning, you've got a spiritual armor.
Now listen, Frank. It's going to take us 2 rounds to reload. Are we going to end this here now?
Oh, I have something else. I'm just gonna run at you with my bayonet.
Charge! Here comes the bayonet. Dodge, Reverend, dodge.
Can I try and trip him up before he stabs him with the bayonet?
we've
why
got an
not? Why not?
interference.
Give us a agility roll.
And can I just say again, just a point of order here, Phil? This guy who couldn't hit the parrot. Well, I hope that's a crit because here's the thing: he was wielding a musket.
Rip
How did he
Helga,
get his
Helga
bayonet
falls
out?
on her face.
It's one of the it's like one of his features.
Two-handed is. Pardon?
It's a feature of his thing. He's got a bayonet on the end
On
of
his
his musket.
muscle. On his muscle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did he stab himself? Please tell me he stabbed himself.
No, that was
That's
Helga's
Helga rolled
agility
a
roll to
one.
try and.
Oh no.
Tried
So
again.
Helga just
I'm
goes
going to say,
skipping
in
across
that
the floor
case,
in her
Helga
face.
falls onto Frank's bayonet.
Oh!
Bless you, Helga.
You're a harsh
So,
Phil. That's
so
harsher
that
than
attack,
you needed to be.
Frank, that attack with the bayonet is against Helga now.
Oh no. Let's hope I miss. Oh no.
Have you got? Hang on.
weapons
Have you
do
got
they
a devil's luck, Megan? Because you
Yes.
can cancel out the
One.
fumble.
That's
Oh, it's a
okay.
miss.
Misses
I
it.
missed.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so Helga and Frank just go down in a tangled heap.
What? Get off with me, woman!
Oh,
I'm
God,
trying to
like,
settle
smack it on
Stop! What
So
these?
is this
I'm
a
gonna take
reaction?
the hat and I'm
Get him
gonna
while he's
throw it
down,
really far.
Reverend. Come on, now's your chance.
So what I'm going to do is while he's down, I'm reloading.
Nice.
Take me
Oh
Hang on,
my
don't
gosh.
shoot.
2 rounds, right, to reload.
Expected to survive.
It is 2 rounds to reload, yeah.
Okay. So that's one of them.
I'm
Look,
so
we could all
happy.
be rich if we stopped fighting.
I'm so
And
happy.
another-
You shut up,
another
Megan.
round
This
to
is
stand up,
amazing.
right?
You want
That's
something?
right. My
Oh,
Oh no,
oh, oh,
his
Oh,
connection's
what
gone.
oh
Oh
no!
no.
Don't let me have
No,
it.
he's,
Say
I'm
again?
reloaded by the time he's on his feet again. Phil,
What?
I'm saying that by the time he's on his feet again, I'm reloaded. Do you agree?
Okay, right, so what you doing then? What's everybody doing?
I'm just watching this.
Reverend,
absolute mess go on.
Reverend. I'm trying to get somebody to take a bet. No,
Marcus. Yes, I'll take you a bet. I'll take you a bet.
I'm offering 10 silver on the Reverend. Nobody's taking me up
Oh
on
no,
it.
I can't lay my own. I could take the hit, couldn't I? I'd take 10 silver.
No, you want to
Can I
win.
move out of the way of this?
The way
What
I
you
look
think
at
about
it
this?
Come on,
is
Marcus. I've got 10 on the Reverend. Come on.
Frank has
Bit
the
of
map.
fun.
Well, who's taking your bet? I'm not taking your
Reverend
bet.
can see
I
under
can't
the
bet against
water.
yourself.
Whoever survives,
Yeah, whoever survives does the dive.
Yeah,
Does the
whoever
dive.
survives does the dive.
or you both stop right now and we work together again.
So I've got my
That
musket.
Steve, that's
Your
way
choice,
less
Frank.
fun.
I've got a loaded musket pointed at you, Frank. I might not hit.
Can I crawl
Okay.
away from where Frank is so I don't get hit?
No, you didn't pull you over in front of me.
Human shield.
This is fucking
I'll get in front of
fantastic. I
Frank. I
love
won't
this.
shoot. No, I won't.
You won't be able to tell. And just looks
Oh
like
yeah, that's a
several
good
people.
one.
Okay, is Nia doing anything, or is Nia like everybody else? Is she just watching in disbelief?
Nia is not paying attention to any of it. This is like too chaotic. She's gone and is sitting and talking to herself and drawing in the dirt.
This is the best thing to have happened so far. You've got no idea. I love this.
Right,
I'm so
so
happy.
I'll roll initiative. So 1 to 3 it is going to be Frank. 4 to 6 it is the Reverend.
Okay,
That
individual. Let's see.
I get an initiative.
It's Frank.
Oh, Helga
Just
wants an
human
initiative, Phil.
I'm in the middle of them.
Helga wants one.
Well, you can just make it. You can make it. Just make an agility roll.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Do it now?
Yeah, do it now.
Okay.
Because Frank is about to.
Oh.
charge and spell with
Oh,
our 20. Yeah.
Oh, look
No
at
problem.
that.
What a waste of a 20. But anyway.
Kick him in the face and run away.
So Frank,
Yes.
Oh man.
Let's see, how far away am I from me at the moment? How far am
well,
I?
you're not far away. You're just a few yards away from me for that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sprint with my bayonet, then like you scream.
Okay, give us a string. Yeah. So we give us a tap with bayonet. Is the bayonet on your combat tab?
Yeah,
It's
let's see.
indeed, yeah. It's press the attack button. Oh,
Nope.
that is a miss.
He's on the back foot now. Right, get him.
Then it's the Reverend.
You asked for it, Frank. You had a choice. You chose this destiny. I'm going to take Devil's Luck that one.
How many shots?
Okay, so
do
it's
you
a
want me?
reroll.
I want him dead.
Reroll then.
Start making a new character.
Yeah.
There, top.
Worst
Lucky I'm-
Reverend ever.
Look, I made a backup character just in
Oh no,
case.
it's still missed.
It's missed.
You can keep spending Devil's Luck if you want.
I've only got one.
All right, there you go.
Oh, actually, I got two because you have to have 0 to get any back, don't
You have to
you?
get 0
You
to
do,
get any
you
back.
do.
Aye.
So I haven't got any back. No, I've got no.
Just have a wee nap.
Okay. So yeah, there's what's everybody doing? So Frank swings, lunges ineffectively at the Reverend and the Reverend tries to shoot and probably just fires the musket straight over Frank's shoulder since they're so close to each other. What is everybody doing?
Having the time of my life watching this, mate. Love it. Fucking great.
Can I try
Okay.
and can I try and get the map off Frank? So we can just
you-
go and do the mission without him.
You can just make an agility roll to do that. So let's see. So that's going to put Helga into the combat as well. Okay. Right. So let's just find out where people are going. Okay. I shouldn't laugh. Right. So.
Let's just turn it into a fight now.
So Frank, you get to go first.
Like, okay. I see him, he got the shot off, and I know they are slow reloads. So I'm gonna take some few steps back and then reload my musket.
Oh, you're going to reload your musket, so that's a round to reload. Oh, yeah, well, you only take a round to reload yours,
Yeah.
don't you? So then it is the Reverend.
Okay.
So you can see Frank
At least the
reloading
fury of
his
God
musket.
upon him, Reverend.
Well, I don't know that though. Can I see him? Well,
You can see him
Well, you
reloading
are.
his musket. Yeah, it's pretty
standing there
obvious. He's
reloading
reloading
his
his
It's pretty
musket.
obvious, yeah, it's pretty obvious. It's pretty obvious.
Putting
Okay,
some wadding
I-
in, some
I-
gunpowder, and some ramming.
I will start doing the same then.
You're just both standing there, like,
Okay.
looking at each other.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
And Helga, you can make an agility check. It was only going to be a DR of 10 because Frank's not that mobile. Okay, so you snatch the map from where it's tucked inside Frank's shirt.
I'm too busy reloading to pay attention.
Hands are busy.
Okay, so Frank, you get to go next.
Okay. Well, Reverend, say hello to our Lord or Father from me. And I'm gonna shoot.
Whoa,
So
Trump.
what is that hit?
Oh.
And I will use Devil's Luck for max damage.
Oh my word!
Hang on a minute. Yeah. What about
He's
the
got
divine
a
protection?
a fast reload. He reloads. his
Yeah,
musket
I know
faster.
that. But what about my divine protection? Is that still a hit?
Hey, no, that's still going to work. Yeah.
It's
So
12 damage.
max
And
12
damage.
damage minus D4. So you roll D4 to deduct from the 12.
Oh my god.
Hang on. Doesn't holy protection work on the attack, not damage?
If we scroll up, we'll find it.
It's D4 to defend for one. It's defend for one attack.
Minus D4 protection.
Not damage.
D4
No,
protection.
it's stacked with
D4.
armor. It's stacked with armor.
In addition to armor, so if it stacks with armor, then it
Yeah.
must be damage reduction.
Yeah, it's the damage reduction. It's stacked with armor.
What are you looking at? What are you looking at?
Scroll up
on
to
the
find the
description of
spell.
it.
No, I'm talking. Okay, you mean the spiritual ward?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I beg your pardon. I have holy protection, which is
Oh right, sorry. Yeah.
Oh,
The
is
whole
that another
protection. That
doesn't cost me an action.
no.
it's minus-
Thou gets -4 to DR's.
So after the attack, I can roll after the attack, right?
Yeah, including after a roll. Yes, you can. So so you press the cast button.
Yeah.
You press the cast. Okay.
Oh, so it makes your, it
so
makes your
yeah.
defend roll easier, right?
Yeah. So that reduces. So that means that turns that into a miss then.
Okay, do I get my Devil's Luck back then, since I didn't know?
You can have your devils up back.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, Phil, it doesn't turn the shot into a miss. It gives him a lower difficulty on his defend roll. Does he get a defend roll against a firearm? If he doesn't get a defend roll, he can't use it here.
Well, it doesn't get a defend roll because it's not an enemy, so it's going to be against the player. So I'm going to say it's good. So the only way to do it is to lower the reduce the roll, or increase the difficulty class of the roll, because it's not an NPC.
Yeah,
so that's the only way to do it.
+4 to the attack instead of -4 to the defense.
Yeah, essentially, yeah.
It works.
So yes, that misses.
All right.
So then I will reload. He's going to get another
Does not
attack
take-
on me.
I'm just
Yeah,
over
hold
here
protection
devil's
does not
advocating for a fair
action.
fight, like.
Okay, so Frank, what you do, Frank's so Reverend finishes reloading because they're casting the spell, does not take
Yep.
an action. Is Frank reloading?
I'm reloading as well. Let's see who gets this shot first.
Okay, so you're reloading, so that means that the Reverend gets a shot because he's finished reloading.
Are we still doing this, Frank?
Give me all the betting money, now we can call it even.
No, I'll shoot you.
He's going to die over 8 silver, Reverend. Fuck me. Just kill him. Just kill him. He's an idiot. Oh my days.
Well, oh my god, a fumble!
Backfire
damage and the weapons
broken.
burn.
Oh, yeah, 2 damage. It just rolled it as well, didn't it?
Yeah.
Is that the gun blowing up in your hand and breaking?
Yeah. So the musket explodes. Yeah, it backfires and blows up.
Oh
and
my
it's,
goodness.
it's broken.
Oh shit.
Oh no.
Oh, this
Do I
is.
take any damage from that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you take 2d damage.
15 damage?
No.
No,
It's
so
one.
there's
It's 1d2. You took 2 1d2
1d2.
damage.
There's a little button like dice icon in the chat. You can just click on
Oh,
that.
sorry. Right, okay. Oh,
At least that's one way
God.
to end this.
Yeah. Did I take that
for it.
damage?
Yeah,
there we go.
upgrade.
Oh, you don't actually. Oh, yes, it's 2. Yeah, took 2 points of damage. Yeah, so I've already rolled it.
2 damage.
So you'll have to. I think you'll have to manually reduce that. I don't think. It's
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, Frank, you see you're kind of frantically reloading your musket, and you see the Reverend raise his musket,
Killing
and
a man of God.
boom, and it explodes in his face.
So I see him exploding in his face, and I have my musket aiming at him.
Well, Reverend, 8 silvers all your life. Easy choice, ain't it?
4 silver.
Oh, Reverend, you're not going to die.
Are
over
you
fucking
you
8
think you're in
silver.
negotiation
Come on,
position,
man.
Reverend?
Negotiate. It's supposed to negotiate.
You're an idiot.
supposed to
You're
come
also
back
an
and
idiot.
say,
You also deserve to die. I'm not sticking up for either of you.
All right, 8. I'll give you 8 silver.
Pleasure doing business with you, mate.
There we go.
Actually, I need to give you 8. You say 8. You say 8, Frank. 8.
8 silver, yes.
8 silver. Everyone heard that 8 silver.
Yeah.
8 silver. Right, it is your 8 silver.
He's the right.
Because I still got your first fucking 2. Right, take my silver down by 8. You
Well-
sure?
No hurt feelings, Reverend. It's part of business as usual.
I quite understand, Frank. Yes, I quite understand. Next time you're going to get into a fight, give me 4-1, and I can take more bets from the right chance to build up a market.
Yeah, I will tell you next. Don't you worry about it. Don't you worry. We're gonna get rich for best thing.
Oh, by the way, Helga stole your map. I don't really know.
Helga!
Fucking
How
rat.
could you see?
You rat. Now, shooting each other is
just
one
gonna-
thing. Shooting each other is one thing.
I aim my
Snitching-
musket now towards Helga.
Snitching.
Helga.
I know we're pirates.
Look, time out, right? I'm not a pirate. Can I clear that up? But
Yeah, sure. You can claim it.
I
Even
have to
pirates
tell
are
you
above
that
snitching.
I want to share something with you. I want to share something with you. I don't know whether you all are burdened with the same thing, but I have a distinctive flaw which makes me naturally disloyal. I'm just being in character. I can't help it. It's just who he is. I also have
What my character would
idiosyncrasy.
do.
I also have idiosyncrasy that I bet on everything.
And the reason as well why I wanted the money is I'm selfish. I want everything for myself.
There you go.
I had
We're
an
just trying to be
unfortunate
in
incident
character.
that I might recreate. I reenact my own bit.
I don't even read my character sheet.
So are you retracting your statement in
Something
about
that
the
happened.
payment?
Oh, dear me.
So you're not ratting out Megan then? So should I put up my musket?
I don't think you would have seen it with his blurry eyes.
That's true, it's
No,
blurry.
so that is a good point. I don't think
That's
it-
real, yeah. So never mind, retract that. I have my musket down.
All right, very good business. Very good business.
Shooting.
I am, however, gonna immediately get this map out and give it to the hat warmer and say, right, can we follow this map before
Let's
they
follow
kill
the
each
map.
other?
And now we know who
Aye.
we can and can't trust.
Why?
Yeah, but you don't know that in character.
I've just seen you two fight, shooting each other over some silver.
Over
No.
8 silver.
I-
No,
As
no,
the
no,
man
no,
that
no.
brought in the
I
profit,
know,
I
like,
deserve.
And then you snitched.
It was a matter of
And then you
principle.
grasped.
You snitched for
about that.
free. You were
No,
gonna kill a
you
man
haven't.
over
I
8
didn't
silver
see it.
and then you snitched for nothing.
No. Yeah, I didn't see the map. That's number one. And number two, we weren't fighting over 8 pieces. We
Yes,
were
we
fighting
did
over
the
principle. Principle. He was
It
fighting
is-
anyway.
It
They
is
took
all
my
about
money.
principle, indeed. It's all about
This man
pirate's
can't even beat a
principle.
parrot in a fight, and you're fighting him over principle reference. You're supposed to be a man of the cloth. Move. You should be above. You should
I'm
be
a man
above
of
Frank the
principle.
fucking tank. Frank the fucking drunk tank. The man doesn't know his arse from his elbow. You can't fight a parrot, and you want to take him on over honour.
Well, this is a singular thing, isn't it? I'm getting lectured to by a pirate who's a pirate by virtue of the fact he stole a hat, which he threw up into, and he's lecturing me about morality.
How else
That's
is a pirate
incredible.
supposed to take a hat but steal it?
Look, why don't we all act as adult pirates here and find the treasure? The treasure ball, I say.
I'll pull my trousers back up. When he said adult pirates, I thought he meant something else. I'll pull my trousers back up. Right, okay, aye. Let's go.
We have a plan.
We'll check
what's
out the
plan,
treasure
Marcus?
Find the treasure.
Wait, that's simple as fuck. What's the real plan?
You
That's
go dive
plan
in.
A, Frank. Don't worry about plan B just yet.
Alright.
Yeah, we might not need to do
Alright,
plan
alright.
B. Don't worry about plan B just yet, Frank.
All right.
Okay.
I'll
So
call over
what-
to Nia and say it's over. It's over.
Unfortunately.
Okay. So yeah, as things calm down, like the crowds disperse and go back to just lounging
Oh, damn, we should have
around.
taken bets from the people as well. Damn it.
So what are you doing?
We're gonna go find the
Going to
treasure.
the raft
Yeah,
and doing,
we'll-
I
doing
mean,
something productive.
we could approach the landlord with a proposition. You know, we could put on this show regularly for a fee. You know, maybe it's not so bad here after all.
You've broken your weapon.
We
you
need to
can't
get
do
away
more
from
than
here
one.
because somebody's going to find out that he shot his parrot soon. He just shot somebody's parrot. Like, that parrot was somebody's. Somebody's going to be pissed off about that.
Oh, there's more powers in the sea. Don't you worry about it. I'll even find a replacement.
You realise parrots live in the sky.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, it is blue. Ocean in the sky, you know. Same colour.
I think he's got a concussion.
Somebody get the man a drink.
I'm going to
Oh,
tell the
magic words. Thank
Tell
you.
the Reverend, we don't need to be starting any more fights. You no longer have a firearm.
I do have. I correct you on that, Marcus. I have a flintlock pistol,
You no longer have a
musket.
musket. That's what I've
Yes.
just said. So
Yes, but the pistol can be quite deadly, and the surprise weapon, really, Marcus. You know, get close enough.
let's not be too trigger happy.
No, indeed not. I only fight for principles, Marcus. You know.
8 silver.
No, it wasn't about 8 silver. It was about the fact he wasn't entitled to any silver. He was already
I
engaged
might just
in
run
brawling
across
in
the
a
room
fight.
and belt him in the mouth, shouting, Boom! Just for some more chaos. Just because we all need some more chaos.
I'm going to take my flintlock pistol and shoot the cap. No, I'm not really.
I love these characters. I love,
Just the rats.
Boom!
I love the characters. I love them. Oh my god.
I'm surprised no one's dead.
Why do we always have to fight there each other? Well, it's bizarre the way the history keeps repeating itself here.
Look, I can't. It's the character. I can't help it.
Phil,
It's a bad
take
excuse.
control, man.
It's a bad excuse. I know. Sorry.
Okay, so what are you doing? If I dare,
We're going to find the treasure.
I'm going to find the treasure, and how are you going to go about doing that? What
By
exactly is
following
it?
the map.
Use the map.
If we've got has anyone got a shovel? Just in case we need to dig.
Actually, I left it on the other island. I didn't have a shovel.
So you have got access to the Rum Key Island map anytime you want to look at it. By the way, which is
Ooh, where's that?
Is there an overlay? We can.
you should be able to see it on the navigation thing.
Oh,
I say,
Yeah,
um,
yeah, up there.
Top
Yeah,
left.
you went to the trading post. They have shovels.
Oh, I have shovels. Don't you worry about that.
There we go. Thanks.
Where are
Thanks,
you
got a
keeping your
shovel.
shovels?
Oh, in my little bag with like, hey, I just pull them out of my time.
Let's go an extendable chest.
I don't see the
Billy's
treasure map, I just see
cat.
Rum Key
I have a
Island.
bag of holding.
Where's the map, Phil?
It's like Wonder Woman with a sword.
Where's the fit treasure map?
There isn't a map. There
right,
isn't
okay,
like a
okay.
map handout here.
I'm just looking at the Rum Key Island map. Right, okay.
There was a cave here
Here I
that we
did.
passed on the
where
way
the
in.
cave is, yeah.
But then also we got attacked by undead around here.
No, wasn't it over here? That
No,
was
that
like-
that
Well,
was further
yeah.
out. That was further out. Yeah.
I mean, they were still clinging on.
So you're just going to take a walk through the woods to the cave over here then?
Is that where? Is that where? Yeah.
Don't we want to
Oh.
go via boat because it's a giant cliff edge?
We should maybe have a rope. Do we have a rope?
And a boat because it's a
Like-
giant cliff.
Yeah, it might be easier to just go round via boat than to climb down.
Yeah.
So I take it this is this cave
Yeah.
at the bottom of the cliff, Phil?
It is. Yes. So you saw it. If you remember.
We
you
saw it when
as
we.
you-
Yeah, we liked it.
Yeah,
on
we
the
need to take
island,
the
yeah.
raft round. Megan's
Is this the
right.
cave where the water gets sucked in?
Yes.
Yeah,
If you get okay. I'm not keen on getting in a boat and
We could try and reinforce our raft.
We could.
it's better like being yeah.
I think dangling down on a rope is a better idea. How far up is the cliff compared to the cave mouth then?
You would probably the rope would probably be long enough for you to enable you to climb down if you wanted to climb down. But obviously
Let's-
the cave looked like it was flooded.
That's what I'm
You
worried
just
about.
drop yourself into the rapids instead.
Well, what could be pulling it in? Why would it be sucked in like that?
It's tidal. It's the
Probably
way
it's
right,
down.
tide.
the sea works.
So which way?
would
When's the
we-
tide's going out?
Would we wait below tide? Would that not be an option? and then the suction stops, and
Aye,
Yeah.
wait for low tide.
so we'd have to find out when low tide is, what time low tide is, and
It's in the
That's
afternoon,
done.
isn't it?
Bottle ship.
Yeah. So well, you can give us a presence roll. You can all make a presence roll.
Okay, okay.
There ain't no
Oh,
point in me
that.
doing that.
For that, somebody got an 18.
me 21
Marcus.
with a +3.
Okay,
I got
14.
22.
Oh wow, look at all these rolls.
We're all.
Look at all these wasted
22
rolls.
or 20 or 22, geez, oh.
Yeah. I'm glad these weren't here for the PvP. All these 20.
Okay, so let us say that you spend some time. I mean, you're all seasoned, well, kind of seasoned pirates. So you spend some time observing the tidal flow, and you're able to estimate there's a high tide and a low tide at least twice a day. So you're able to estimate when the early high tide is or low tide. Although observing it, the water. The cave doesn't become the sea doesn't retreat to the point that it's completely free of water, but it looks less of a hazard.
So that'd be the point that we get on a raft, I think. And
Yeah, so we're going round on the raft at low tide.
We can go we can go round on high tide, just leave it to the dangerous, don't have to go to the dangerous area until we get low tide. We could use this as an opportunity to sail, so we completely circumnavigate the island. We came in and went, just take our time, find a...
These like pillars here.
Well, you don't know without going and looking.
Okay.
Oh, by the way,
Look out if it's water.
They look like water,
Yep.
I don't know if there's any point in
What were you
just
gonna say?
circumnavigating the island. I mean,
No,
the less time you
Ross has
spend
nothing
just on
related.
the water, the better. Remember, there's beasties in that water trying to grab you and pull you
Yeah,
down.
yeah, but the point is, Captain, it's probably less of a journey to complete the loop than it is to go back the way we came from the map.
It
The
would be good
journey's
to
greater.
beach up here afterwards. Then we can walk across.
there, yes. Why don't we take the raft to part of the beach, and then it's a short sail when the low tide hits?
Yeah, exactly.
Good plan. Good plan.
Or
Or we carry the raft from there, through the jungle to there.
Personally, I don't think
But that
that's
means,
I
Marcus, that means
Well-
you have to carry 2 markers. You can't.
think that's quite a good
it's
idea.
not- it is. I think I do too, because we get to look at the blue hole thing as well, just to check it out.
I think
Essentially.
walking
How
up the
big's the
raft
raft?
across the island, aye.
Isn't it made of like logs?
It is.
Gonna be really heavy.
obviously, it's going to be. Yeah,
it's
it will
correct,
be.
yeah.
It would be incredibly heavy.
Aye,
Yes.
but all we need to
Frank's
do,
strong,
you
you
could-
know. Frank's strong.
all we
You
need to
could
do is
do it
lift,
between you, but it would
we
be
can lift
heavy.
the front
and
end
take
and drag
you-
it like a sled. If it's logs, and they're long ways, they'll
It's
drag
also
like
like
a
a
sled.
hilly forest.
Yeah,
it
it's
does.
You
not
have to
a
like
daft
wedge it
idea.
between trees and stuff.
Maybe we should just sail around the island just to make it slightly simple.
Well, we are sailors after all.
Yeah, well,
Sailing's good to do.
And the Reverend can keep an eye underwater, so.
We just stick
Keep going.
We're under everything.
We'll strap him to the front of the boat. We'll strap him to the front of the boat, and then every time we need to look underwater, we'll just stab on his head.
the Reverend can be a
It's like
figurehead
the
on the
Stab
ship.
on his head like a pedal. It'll be like a
upside
pedal. It'll
down,
be
so his
foot
top of his head's
operated.
in the water and his mouth's out of water.
And also that figurehead of all rafts. I like it.
It's like a mermaid.
like a continual baptism.
Aye, and we can just strap you to the deck, so we can just stand on it. It'll be foot operated like a pedal.
Okay. So you sail in the raft round to the sea cave and wait for low tide, and then sail it into the sea cave.
This beach bit here until low tide. and
Radio. Okay. Very well. It doesn't take. I mean, the island's not massive. It's probably 2 or 3 times the size of the island that you were shipwrecked on, but it's still not a massive island. So it doesn't take long to sail around to the north side, and you wait until the tide begins to retreat, and then sail to the and then sail to the entrance to the sea cave. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very well. Okay. So who is piloting the raft?
Captain.
I am the captain.
Okay.
Certainly not the Reverend.
No.
Okay, so can you give us a let's see, it's gonna be a it is gonna be a give us a come about action if you click on the raft.
Ooh,
you've
right,
got a
okay. Where do I find the raft?
come
Is it in the
action
actors
called
tab?
come
Yeah,
about.
got it.
You can just double click on the icon, the little raft
Oh,
icon.
right. And what's it come about?
Yeah.
PC action.
Yep.
And I've got to put my click on myself. Okay, and the DR's a 12, yeah?
Can we help in any way with the map?
I'm going
Like guiding
to
him?
spend one of my 2 Devil's Luck to reduce the difficulty to an 8.
Okay.
I'll make the difficulty an 8.
Okay. Yep. Okay.
Glad I did that. Eh?
Excellent. Okay. Right. So with the skilled seamanship of Captain Mockingbird, he
you said
steers
seaman.
the raft in times it just perfectly as the tide sort of starts rushing into the cave and like rides in on the current and kind of just zips in through the narrow mouth of this cave into the pitch black. I'll leave it there.
Also, you can't see the map on stream, so you'll have to just picture where we went.
Oh yeah. Imagination.
There we go.
Yeah, it didn't miss much, eh?
I was
You sail
slow.
around the island, you get to the tunnel. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, you
Well.
sail into the darkness, into this cave.
Level up, don't forget this time.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, you're not getting a level up this for it yet. You've not achieved.
Son
you've
of
not
a
achieved enough to a
bitch!
level
You
up.
son of a bitch!
We got a lot of betting Monday.
You son of a bitch!
We're slain in this episode. A pirate was slain.
That was the best episode yet, Phil. We had
Parrot
loads of
was
fun.
slain.
We fought a parrot, we fought each
Oh,
other.
sorry. A pirate was almost slain, and a parrot was certainly slain.
The parrot was a boss in this phase of the chapter.
Was that no the boss, the parrot?
Mid-level boss. Oh dear me. So yeah, that's where we're going to leave it.
Superb.
Peace
Thank
be
you
with
very much, Phil.